And welcome to Emporia State Hornet Football. As this afternoon, the Emporia State Hornets close out the 2019 season, taking on the Broncos of Central Oklahoma. I'm Greg Ray, along with Fred McLean and Tegan Terhune for this final showdown of the 2019 season. It's becoming a little bit on the cloudy side, but it's going to be a beautiful fall afternoon on this, the 16th of November. As temperature expected to be near 59 before the day's all is said and done with, and currently the temperature around 50, or actually it's warmed up a little bit more. It's at 61 degrees this afternoon, so that high is going to be a little bit warmer, but it's going to be a windy afternoon today with a wind out of the south, looking for gusts maybe up to around 30 miles per hour as the afternoon goes along today. So, and this is what you would say in the middle of November, maybe a Chamber of Commerce type of afternoon. The wind keeping things a little cool, but still a beautiful day for football here in Emporia. And our game time temperature brought to you by Bob Crawford Heating and Cooling, serving Emporia and the Flint Hills with great products and service for 76 years at a fair price and no gimmicks. Give Bob Crawford a call at 620-342-0752 as the captains from both teams get set to take the field, as Central Oklahoma finally making their appearance onto the field this afternoon after the national anthem was played by the Emporia State University Marching Band, which we talked about earlier today. But kind of a sad day for Emporia State, as 17 seniors playing in their final game today. And for those young men, you wish the season would have been a lot better, but for those players that are coming back, there's a lot to look forward to.
Well, senior day is always special. Of course, you know, we were struggling at that point in time, but we had such a great group of seniors that even though we struggled this past fall, those guys were great. I thought great leaders. They came to work every day, and so this was a special one because even though we were struggling, I know that our players, coaches, everybody wanted this one to win on senior day, and it's against UCO, which, as you know, we have a lot of players from Oklahoma, and so I know it was a big game from a standpoint of you know, internally, but so in football weather, starting a brand new. We actually started Patrick Briningstool, who was he's actually a junior, but he's just graduating early, and he's actually coaching for us right now. Started the game. So it was a big win for us. I mean, you always want to win your last game of the year, and because that gives you momentum going into the following semester.
Your day here at Welch Stadium.
Our coin toss brought to you by Bruce Davis Construction. For commercial dirt work, demolition, dirt hauling, and more, call Bruce Davis Construction at 620-342-5001. Time now for our keys to the game, brought to you by the Bourbon Cowboy, home of cheap beer, fine whiskey, and easy good times. Your day is hard enough. 5 o'clock should be easy. The Bourbon Cowboy is in downtown Emporia. Coach McLean, what are your keys to a Hornet victory this afternoon?
Well, I take a look at the defensive line for Central Oklahoma, and they're averaging about 6'2" and about 285.
Coach Slaymaker's out there, the legend. I don't know how old Coach Slaymaker is, but man, he is. If I'm moving the way that he's moving after going through.
He's riding high right now on some momentum, so use that against them. Let them think that they're going to walk in here and take control. You show them that won't be the case.
Our keys.
That was a good point there. I mean, because UCO had, I think, been on a little bit of a run. And really, we had struggled at home this past year. We struggled in a lot of games, but, like, that's something we always tend to – we do usually pretty good at home.
On the side, Central Oklahoma in their yellow-gold pants with a white jersey with blue numbers and the gold trim, and the dark blue helmets with UCO on the side of their helmets. As we get set for football, Emporia State will be receiving the kick. They'll be moving from left to right or from north to south, as we are located in the ESU West Side press box as we get set for football this afternoon.
Yeah, and our specialty team's been playing real good late in the season here. punt coverage, kickoff return. So let's get one here, guys.
Here comes the approach and the kick from Central Oklahoma, and this is going to go into the end zone, and they will go out of the end zone, so no chance for a return. And Emporia State will get the ball to start this drive, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Offensively across the front, Stephen Williams, Tyler Banta, Hayden Reed, Austin Unterreiner, and Estevan Arena. Carlos Grace will be the starting running back for Emporia State. We'll see Will Amos along with Clark, or make that Cole Schumacher as the receivers, and Dexton Swinehart. And in at quarterback to run the very first play, the senior Pat Brenningstool, the senior out of Clinton Township, Michigan. It's a quarterback keeper straight ahead, and he'll carry it across the 25 for a gain of 2. Up, they'll actually only give him a gain of 1 to the 26-yard line. And Coach Garin Higgins warned me that before the game even started, when we were doing pregame, that Pat would be the starting quarter or run the first 2 plays, and we already have a Central Oklahoma player that is down on the turf. And that injured player is Mike Rios, one of the defensive linemen for Central Oklahoma. And their starting lineup has Steven Starks and Joseph Rogue, along with Kawhi Kiawawa at the defensive tackles. The linebackers, Brian Burns, Jeremiah Hill, and Dylan Hall. In the secondary, the cornerbacks, Daniel Boffman, along with Colby Underwood. The safeties, O'Shea Harris and Jakari Hunt.
Yes, first drive, which we always script our plays and
in motion goes Seth Service. He'll take the handoff on the sweep. He gets a block on the corner across the 30, across the 35.
yeah, it's a good run by Seth. We tried to, Seth is a senior. We wanted to get him the ball early, give him an opportunity to make a play. Got a first down right there, a little jet sweep. Now here comes Braden in, playing with tempo. Everybody needs to get down, get set. Look at Patrick Browning still in there. Oh, Pat, you see Pat, he tried to throw it. That's why quarterbacks, they don't block very well. Just ready to run the ball. Carlos got to watch the tip, catch the fat is what we tell him. This is always a tough situation. You're on your first drive. Now you've already had to convert a 2nd and 8. Now we're at a 2nd and 10.
4-man front for North or for Central Oklahoma. Running play up the middle. Carlos Grace
inside zone play, split zone. Carlos did a lot better job throughout the course of the year being able to execute that play and being patient as a running back, which you need to be when running inside zone. Now, look at him right there, cover the ball up. The things that I like to see right there, Don, is, he turned the ball over early in the year in some critical games, and now you're seeing him as he got better.
Running the offense out of the shotgun. Twins to the left, single receiver to the left. Right, handoff, straight ahead, looking for some running room. Not much.
Again, just right there, I think we run inside zone. They get a little bit more push than we get. Still playing with tempo. Which is, we like to get in a rhythm offensively, and the way they get in a rhythm for us is to play with tempo.
Out to the right side for Emporia State. Single receiver to the left side. That's Will Amos. Play action. Throws it, and it's caught close to a first down. And traffic making the catch. Cole Schumacher. He'll make the catch at the 38.
Good thing about these guys that you're seeing right now are guys that would all be back this year that'll be back next year.
White jerseys all around 3 different receivers, and that one was on a line to Cole Schumacher, the sophomore out of Rossville, Kansas.
And we got a tight end attached here. That's something unique. With his hand down.
Braden again out of the shotgun, takes the snap, running play, goes to Carlos Grace straight ahead.
Run inside zone again. Again, that would be a moment where if I was coaching Carlos, I would tell him to stay down the tracks right there where the center is, and maybe he gets a cut back to the right instead of saying play side with that cut. But he got a lot better with that as we went through the year, or through the course of the year. And
alumni, good luck to all the Hornets this year as we have another injured Central Oklahoma player. And this time it's Brian Burns, senior linebacker, and he's helped to his feet. And not sure if it's cramps or what it is, but he becomes the second Central Oklahoma player who's been helped off the field.
It's pretty early in the game for cramps to be coming in. I think
he may have had a twisted ankle.
Ankle, possibly a little twisted knee there.
He's walking as he walks off the field and rather gingerly, but under his own power. 12:18 to go here in the first quarter, no score. Emporia State received the opening kick, started this drive at their own 25-yard line. They have the ball first and 10 at the Central Oklahoma 36-yard line. 3 wide out to the left side this time. Tight end lines up to the right side. That's Marcellus Edwards. In motion comes Will Amos. He'll take it on the sweep. He's across the 30, 25, 20.
Get the ball there. Another young player, Will Amos, which he's playing a receiver for the first time last year. But like he was one of those guys in high school, you put the ball in his hands, he's going to make a play. And so we did different things there to utilize him. And I think that's one of the things about our offense is we really do a good job as a staff, putting guys in situations where they can be successful, take advantage of what they're good at. But I feel like right now this drive, I do remember feeling good about this because I felt like we were being physical. We were running the football, and we were trying to establish the run. And our tempo's working. As you said, they have some guys down, and whether it's from them being tired or it's just us just being physical. I'm just glad we're moving the football, running the ball, and we're trying to impose our will right here. Again, I know it's 11:59 and in the first quarter. It's still early, but we were so good defensively that we felt like this year that if we would put points on the board early, that it would give us an opportunity. We struggled offensively. We weren't a good comeback team like we've been before in the past, being able to get big plays. So this was kind of a monotonous drive.
It's win or go home at this point. So you want to win and go out with a bang, and they're coming out with a bang.
But we're going home anyway after the game because we're done, which is unfortunate. But that's
Just had to give you a hard time. Only because it's your birthday will I let it fly.
That was Greg's birthday. He was 49, 50 probably. And you have the legend, Coach McClain, man, a good friend of mine, doing the color.
Glad to see he's not hurt that bad. He's able to play back in there.
I'm sure Coach McClain's liking us running the football. He would not like this formation. There is no running back in the backfield. Neither would Coach Kramer, my old head coach. He would not know what this formation is.
Carlos Grace to the near sideline. It's Seth Surface along with Cole Schumacher and Marcellus Edwards. Now back into the backfield goes Carlos Grace. Play clock down to 29, so they have a lot of time. Grace now goes in motion to the right side, fakes the screen, has time, steps up. He's going to run the ball up the middle, 15, 10, and inside the 10, and he's taken down.
Good job by Braden right there. I think Braden will get better at staying in the pocket and going ahead and make throws. I think that we were just a tad – we just weren't as sure as our – we just weren't confident enough, I guess, to maybe let the ball go at times. But Braden still makes a play right there. I think a veteran guy will get rid of that ball there because we did have a guy that was open. It was just like – we had to let it go. And
well, that's about him being a freshman.
Exactly. Those are the things that you get back. Him being able to play these last few games of the season really helped him. I think it just helped him just be able to see the total picture better. Now we got to put it in. This is where we got to really impose our will. We're inside the 5. We're going to run the football. Again, got decent movement there up front, honestly. And I thought, again, maybe if he'd have stayed down his track a little bit better, maybe we'd have hit a backside cut. But, we're getting some movement right there. This is a big down right here. Now it's 3rd and goal. These are I love these calls, Don. So now, do a little sugar huddle. Dalton's back there at quarterback. And this is where, okay, they burn a timeout. So, which at least one thing right there with bringing in different personnel and doing a sugar huddle, that it causes them to burn a timeout there. I mean,
What's a sugar huddle?
Sugar huddle, that's what we're just kind of gathering around right by the ball. And as soon as, I don't know the term sugar, where that comes from, but we just kind of huddle and just call the play, and then we just break the huddle and everybody sprints to the line and gets set, and then quarterback's left, right, left, and then he's clapping.
You just started that
Last year, yeah. Just another tempo thing that we like to try to affect the game with. I mean, we try to use tempo to our advantage in different areas. We have the ability to slow down too. We have the ability to play fast, and then like we're gonna snap it quick. And then slow down.
Does that help you with defensive personnel?
Yes. It kind of depends on how the game's going and kind of determining what type of tempo you're going to use. I mean, if you got a team that's trying to change a lot, then you just play with tempo and put them on their heels. It's a good job by Dalton right there. I couldn't be more proud of him. It just tells you what, and he's going to be a great player here. We've changed. He's moved positions, and he has been all about it. I mean, he's all about Emporia State football. And, this is a tough time for him because he started the year as a starter, and now, we went a different direction, unfortunately, and that happens when you struggle. But we still wanted to keep him involved, and he was nothing but first class. So it was good to see him get on the board right there. And we kicked an extra point. That's awesome.
9 to play here in the first quarter. Hornet Football being brought to you by AAA Appliance Service, providing major appliance repair and installation services on all appliance makes and models. You provide the problem, they provide the solution. Give them a call at 6.
With Emporia State University, your dreams are within reach. You get more choices. We offer hands-on, real-life experiences that will set you apart. At Emporia State, you get more value. And students have the second lowest debt load of all regional universities. Schedule a campus visit at emporia.edu/visit.
Free termite evaluation and learn how Centricon Always Active can help protect your biggest investment.
Camso Manufacturing USA supports Emporia State University athletics, academics, and graduates. They proudly employ several ESU graduates and enjoy being part of the black and gold community. Camso, the road-free company, is the world leader in the design, manufacturing, and distribution of off-road tires, wheels, rubber tracks, and undercarriage systems to serve the material handling, construction, agricultural, and power sports industries. Camso, the road-free company, 1601 East South Avenue in Emporia. Go Hornets!
Your home for Hornet sports. Today's best hits. Mix 104.9.
Welcome back to
So now they have the ball for their first drive. They're actually starting a brand new quarterback this game. And I think he was a Division I transfer.
Has the ball for the first time. On first down, they were able to pick up.
He might have played the last week, but I know he hadn't played very many games. But
A little swing pass to the near side, and it goes for no place.
big play right there. I think we, again, that goes our guys being physical out there on the perimeter, and so now it's a big down. I can tell it's third down because our guys are raising their hands up. We wanted to put an emphasis on third down, which we always do, but just make sure everybody understands it's third down. It's a big down. It's third and 5.5, just like Greg said. So we need a big play right here. We get a tip. Parker Bass does what he does best. Rushes the quarterback, gets a hand on it, and then, we get a big play. Lawson Holbert, who led the team in interceptions and the MIAA. And I tell you what Lawson is one of those seniors. He wasn't a walk-on for us, but he wasn't very heavily recruited. He had to earn everything that he got here. And we pride ourselves on that here at Emporia State with our players. And for him to not play very much his junior year, he was a very good special teams player for us his junior year to last fall being a guy that was a difference maker for us. He bought into what we were doing. He bought into our culture, and he ended up being not only all-conference but all-American. Oh, bad ball right there. I don't know exactly what that play was. That was some type of quick game, but threw it behind right there. I mean, again, playing at times we just weren't on the same page, and I think that is experience. You've seen our offenses before where it just things happen naturally.
Also deflected that pass. Second down and 10 for
second and 10, another second long. Man, so we got to try to get it in, as far as we got good field position right here. So probably going to be in fourth down, go for it, because I'm going to like to go for fourth down. So now it was second long, so we run the football to try to get it in at least a manageable third down situation. Because the way I'm looking at it as the play caller is okay, we got 4 downs instead of 3. So now we're still maybe 3rd and 7 here, maybe.
With 2 wideouts to the left, 2 to the left, has some time, rolls to his left.
Scramble drill. It's a great job by JT right there. Awesome job. Again, he started getting better. JT did throughout the course of years. A transfer for us. I mean, golly, he's going to be I think he can be a difference maker for us. That's a play right there. I mean, he didn't really get pressured. Again, I think that's just a little bit of inexperience with Braden right there. So now we're in a 1st and 10. We're in their territory. We are running inside zone. I mean, basically is what we're doing, and trying to impose our will and trying to be smart here, trying to not put Braden in a difficult situation. We don't want to put him in a 3rd and 15 where he's got to put the ball down the field and we got to protect it up. I mean, now it's second medium, so we're going to use motion. We do that a lot just to sometimes to see what they're in, but then also just to, cause emotion. Motion causes emotion. So right there, we are, that was a great job up front. We got movement right there, picked up 4 to 5 yards. Now we are where we want to be. So, yeah, it's 3rd down, but it's 3rd and a yard, a long yard, or 3rd and 2. It looks like. My mindset would be I don't know.
Trayvon Jones now in the backfield along with.
Again, Trayvon, another senior, we're getting him involved, put him in the backfield. Make one guy miss. Again, you look at that play, we're trying to get speed out on the perimeter and not force the issue inside where they had everybody packed in there. We were in a personnel group that we were thinking that we would get man and man coverage, and if we make some blocks out on the perimeter, and Trayvon is such a shifty player that we should be able to get a yard. Even though my dad would complain that we threw the ball 5 yards back from the line of scrimmage on a flare pass, okay? But
He never said that during the game.
yeah, I never did. Again, just utilizing our players right there. We had a little option with Dex Swinehart, another player that played early for us and who's young. I mean, just got to do a little bit better job out on the perimeter right there. Just get our nose on the outside breastplate of that defender. But picking up positive yardage and workable down and distance right now. Inside the 10, and we're at 2nd and 5. Sugar huddle. Run power read. And Will Amos, that's what he did. That's basically his number one play. I mean, he carried the ball, I think, over 40 times in the state championship game, semifinal game. So if you look on these last 2 drives, Don, we have utilized different players, mixed things up, able to get some of our seniors involved. I think right there we felt like they weren't ready, and we just didn't get our feet set. We just, again, another situation where veteran guys, back in the day, you've seen us do that and execute that play. We just, not on the same page right there.
The quarterback didn't see that because we had someone else in the corner wide open. Had to be a blown coverage for them.
If I had to do that play again, I would say that I would have ran the football. So,
But if you caught it,
yeah, right. Because if I would have ran it there, maybe we would have gotten a 4th and less than a yard, whatever. Maybe I'd have went for it, but maybe I wouldn't have. I don't think I was as aggressive at times last year, just because we did struggle and we had a good defense. We had a really good defense. So.
That's crisp.
Crisp taste, brewed with no corn.
Sideline to check in with Tegan Trahoon.
I was speaking with Clark Schoonover a little bit ago, and he actually, I mentioned to him, how you feeling after last week? Didn't have the best time out there. Actually got replaced by Sam Dobbins towards the second half of that game against Missouri Southern. Talked to him today, and he just said, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to give the seniors a show, and I'm ready to give them the right send-off. Showing right there, everybody right now for Emporia State's really firing on all cylinders.
Our sideline updates brought to you by John North Ford, Lincoln and Nissan. Sells parts and service since 1963. Well, 2 possessions, 2 scores. You can't ask for much more than that, except for maybe 2 touchdowns. But you're coming away with a 10-0 lead, and your defense hasn't been on the field a whole lot here in this first quarter.
Yeah, that's always exciting for the coaching staff when your offense is on the field all the time.
And Emporia State has had the ball for most of this first half. Central Oklahoma had the ball for only 1:16. Here comes the kick from Emporia State. It'll be a spinning kick. It'll be fielded at the 15-yard line, and the return headed across the way, looking for a seam across the 30-yard line, and going down on the return will be Josh Moore, and Central Oklahoma will have decent field position to start this drive, 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Got to keep the energy up.
Again, their quarterback this afternoon is Brandon George. Making his second start, he is a 6-foot sophomore out of Edmond, Oklahoma. He played last week against Northeastern State. He completed 13 of 20 passes for 257 yards and 3 touchdowns. He lines up with a running back behind him, twin receivers to the left side along with a tight end. Here's a running play to the near side. That's a handoff to J.T. Roberts. He gets a good push. He'll carry it across the 35 and goes down at the 36-yard line. Defensively for Emporia State across the front, Trayvon Amons, Merrick Thompson, Parker Bass were scheduled to be the starters this afternoone. Linebackers, Jace McDown, Dawson Hamas, G. Stanley. The cornerbacks, Jaden Poole and Kyle Rink. The safeties are Trey Morris, Gary Woods, and Lawson Holbert. 2nd down and 5 after the 5-yard gain. Another running play right up the middle, looking for room. T.J. Roberts, he gets hit at the line of scrimmage and shoved back. In fact, they'll mark him for a loss of a half a yard. As that left side of the defensive line was there, Trayvon Amons leading the pack on that particular play, making it 3rd down and we'll call it 6. They'll mark it for no gain. Twin receivers wide to the right side with a receiver in the slot, or make that to the left side, and single receiver to the slot in the left side. Now going in motion, Dawson Huddleston to the right. Looking to throw as George has time. He's going to run the ball, sets up, throws the ball over the middle, and it's incomplete. He had a receiver that was wide open at midfield, unable to haul it in. Dustin Boscus, a senior out of Claremore, Oklahoma, had 44 catches for 721 yards and 7 touchdowns on the season. But that one was thrown maybe just a little bit to his right, and he couldn't reel it in. And it becomes an incomplete pass, and Emporia State forces Central Oklahoma to punt the ball away. This will be Jay Tedesco to do the punting for Central Oklahoma as Trayvon Jones drops back to receive the punt for Emporia State, setting up at his own 15-yard line. Here comes the pressure. Here comes the kick. It's a low squib kick. It'll be played on the bounce at the 15. Trayvon Jones heads to the near sideline. He'll go out of bounds at the 20-yard line. So not bad. 5-yard return by Trayvon Jones, and Emporia State will have the ball, leading 10-0 with 3:11 to play here in the first quarter. Hornet Football brought to you by Next Tech Wireless, the latest in wireless technology, fastest network, best coverage. Your next step is Next Tech Wireless, located inside the Flint Hills Mall.
I don't think they can make too many adjustments right now because we're running the ball to the outside, inside, throwing the ball. They just got to play better defense if they want to stop us.
Seth Surface wide to the right side, Twins to the left. Brendan Gleason, the quarterback, takes the snap, running play. This goes to Jordan Birch, and Birch trying to run to the right, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage where he's finally tackled. Looks like it's Steven Starks making the stop for, or correction, that's middle linebacker Jeremiah Hill making the tackle for the Broncos. A gain of 1 on the play, making it 2nd down and 9. Jack Pitts goes in motion wide to the left side. Single receiver to the left, 3 to the right. Braden takes a snap. The lefty throws. Pass is going to be incomplete. Intended receiver at the 25-yard line was Cole Schumacher, and it brings up 3rd and long for Emporia State.
So he's running a curl route, and the ball just got there a little late. You know, you want to be able to turn around and see the ball coming at you on those curl routes.
This time, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Braden running, being chased, throws it. Pass is going to be incomplete, almost intercepted, or does it get intercepted? And it is.
They got to give him the interception.
As a ricochet off of Cole Schumacher, and Central Oklahoma comes up with an interception. And the Broncos will have the ball 1st and 10 at the Emporia State 32-yard line. So both teams have turned the ball over once here in this first half. Clock stopped with 2:26 to play in the second quarter, or first quarter. Emporia State leading by a score of 10-0. Hornet Football brought to you by the Emporia Convention and Visitors Bureau. Let them assist you with meetings, conventions, and special event planning. For free visitor materials, give them a call at 620-342-1600. Out of the shotgun, George looking to throw. Pass is going to be caught. Making the catch at the 24-yard line for Central Oklahoma. This will be Josh Moore, junior out of Prattville, Alabama. And a gain on the play of 8 yards, making it 2nd down and 2 for the Broncos. T.J. Roberts, a single setback. Dawson Huddleston wide to the left side. Dustin Boscus wide to the left. Tight end in the slot to the right side. That's Dante McGee. Running play goes to T.J. Roberts up the middle. He finds a hole and carries it across the 20 and down to the 17-yard line. It'll be a first down for the Broncos. Clock rolling, 1:38 to play here in the first quarter. 10-0 Emporia State. As Dawson Hamas and G. Stanley check in for Emporia State at the linebacker spot. Single receivers left and right. Roberts in the backfield, tight end in the slot to the right. Looking to throw, looking to run. This is George. He has blocking in front of him, spins off a one tackler and carries it down to the 9-yard line for a gain of 9 yards almost. And he just waited. He just waited for a hole, and it finally opened for him. And Brandon George comes up with a big first down carry, and the Broncos have it inside at the 9-yard line, facing second down and 2.
Might have been a quarterback draw. Very strange-looking play.
This time Moore and Boscus to the left side. Now the tight ends shift to the left side. Don't be surprised if that's where they run it, and that's where they run it. Handoff goes to T.J. Roberts, and he's going to get hit and dropped for no gain on the play. A loss and a tackle in the backfield made by Gary Woods, and a loss back to the 10-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and a long 2 for the Broncos. Good read that time by Gary Woods, the senior rover for Emporia State. Clock down to 13 seconds to go in the quarter. Hornets leading 10-0. On 3rd down.
George, the quarterback, looking to throw, has time.
Big down and distance right here. And that's that quarterback that they had. I mean, he threw well, but he was also a physical runner. And we felt like we had an advantage there if we could put them in a 3rd and long situation. And, you know, the kid does a good job right there, makes a play, gets a first down. So it's 10-0 right here. We gotta bow our neck right here inside the 5.
End of the quarter, though, how you feeling?
And I feel good. I mean, I'm a little nervous right now because they're inside the 5. They're going to cut it, got a chance to cut it to 3, but I feel good where we're at, just by how we started. You know, for us last year, just how we started is a big key for us. It's always been that kind of way. I mean, kind of that way for us. But I felt like last year that if we did struggle early, that it kind of did have an after effect. You know. Well, just so that's why I feel pretty good. You know, I mean, we run the football offensively. We got a turnover, you know, and we're playing the way we've been playing defensively all year. We're playing well. You know, we got to get a stop here. We got to do something here. We got to get a turnover. We got to get a stop.
Come play with us. Come dine with us. Come relax and unwind and enjoy your time with us. Check out visitemporia.com for more information and enjoy Emporia. It's always an adventure.
KFFX Emporia, today's best hits. Mix 104.9.
10-0 the score. Emporia State with a lead over Central Oklahoma as we go to the second quarter. Central Oklahoma has the ball facing 1st and goal from the 4. Emporia State defense being asked to stiffen up here. Central Oklahoma got the ball to start this drive at their Emporia State 32-yard line after an interception. And that, interestingly, both teams have an interception. The Emporia State interception was more of a ricochet off of one of the players, and the Emporia State interception also a ricochet, but it was because a defender got a hand on it.
Quarterback's got a cut on his arm. Had to run over there and cover it up.
Back in the day, Coach McLean, he gets a cut on the arm. He just put dirt on it. He'll be all right.
9 games, he did not make the trip. He's been sick all week. So Brandon George gets the start this afternoon, just like he did last week. 1st and goal from the 1 on the quarterback keeper.
Tyler Reed, it's a great job by Jace. Again, you want to talk about a player that understands our defense. And he's a great player regardless with his athletic ability. He's strong. He can run. You know, he played tailback in high school, but he just is a natural. I mean, he again, just understood the game. And he could play even faster than what he was. All those linebackers did a great job, and they're all back. I mean, all of G. Stanley, Dawson Hamas. I mean, Dawson made big-time plays for us last year. Again, always knew he was going to play. Played really early for us, and
he's trying to get to the corner. He gets to the 5, cuts back inside. He
got to
gets
make
down
that tackle right there. But
and keeping him out of the end zone.
We had an opportunity to kind of, keep him at the line of scrimmage or cause him to lose yardage right there. Didn't get it done, so now we're in a tough situation because they're on the 1 yard line. And there's so many ebbs and flows in the course of a football game, and we're getting ready to get into them cutting it to 3. And you can tell how big they are right now up front. They're big guy. They got a big tight end and big right tackle.
Now they'll shift the power of the formation to the left side. This time the handoff straight ahead goes to Roberts, and he's going to get in for the touchdown. The Hornets
again, once they got inside the 5, we had to bow our neck. That's 10-7. Close game. Still early in the game. I think right now, offensively we have a little bit of confidence. Now we got to go answer the bell, and just like Coach McLean said right there, had a turnover, and we talk about turnovers so much. I mean, just as far as like getting them and
will be Alex Quevedo, and his extra point attempt is good.
So 10-7.
He has been now 47 of 48 on extra points.
Early in the second quarter, got a lot of game left.
10-7 Emporia State
to play here in the second quarter as the Hornets will get the football off the kickoff. Hornet Football being brought to you by Kenso Manufacturing USA, located at 1601 East South Avenue, proudly supporting Emporia State University athletics, academics, and alumni. Good luck to all the athletes this year. Go Hornets!
He made a nice little jump cut down there on about the 2-yard line and just left someone right in the shoes there. It's interesting. I think that about the last 10 years they've introduced that jump cut, and they're teaching it with a lot of drills. And I'm kind of glad they weren't doing that back in the 60s when I played.
Some guys might have broken ankles. And we got a final from Stillwater. Oklahoma State defeating Kansas 31-13. TCU holds on for a 33-31 win over Texas Tech. First quarter score, Kansas State, West Virginia, scoreless. Here's the kick from Central Oklahoma. It'll be returned by Trayvon Jones from the 5 up to the 10, looking for some running room. 15 up to the 20-yard line, and that's where he'll get on the return. So Emporia State will start this drive, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line, leading by a 10-7 margin. Emporia State scored with their first 2 possessions. The third time they had the ball, it ended up giving it back over to Central Oklahoma on an interception. MIAA scores. Let's see if we can get some updated scores here in just a moment. As Braden Gleason checks back in at quarterback for Emporia State. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Running back in the backfield to his left, Carlos Grace. Throwing it near sideline, pass a little high. Intended receiver was Cole Schumacher. And it would have been for a short gain, maybe a gain of 3 or 4. But the pass a little bit too high for Cole Schumacher, the sophomore out of Rossville, making it 2nd down and 10. Carlos Grace, the running back, 3 wideouts this time to the left side. Little swing pass, and boy, I'm not sure what Braden Gleason was looking at. He had 2 receivers that he could have possibly thrown it to, and he threw it in between the 2.
I think they were running a little bubble screen there, and it just the timing between the bubble guy and the quarterback wasn't there. I think he was expecting him to be about 2 or 3 yards forward than he was.
So it makes it 3rd and 10 for Emporia State. 3 wideouts again to the left side, single receiver to the right side. Now linebackers showing blitz for Central Oklahoma. Now they back off. Braden to throw. Pass is going to be caught by Dexton Swinehart, but he's going to be a 2 yards shy of the first down as he's taken out of bounds at the 28-yard line. It'll bring up 4th and 2, and Emporia State will have to send on the punt team. So timing a little bit off on that particular series, and when you have youngsters who haven't played a whole lot together, that's going to happen at times. This is only the second start for Braden Gleason. Sometimes you kind of forget that it has to be developed. To punt the ball away for Emporia State, Ross Brungart. Here comes the pressure. He gets the kick away. It's a beauty. High spinning kick. It'll be fielded at the 22-yard line, up to the 30-yard line on the return, and a good return down the sideline. Still on his feet, cutting back to the inside, the 20, and a good return by Central Oklahoma's Dustin Boskus. And we have a penalty marker back at the 31-yard line. It's going to be a block in the back on Central Oklahoma. So instead of having the ball at the 14-yard line, they'll have the ball back at the 41-yard line, but still that's great field position and a great punt return for Central Oklahoma, as Emporia State did do a very good job of covering the punt that.
Whoa, that's crisp.
Crisp taste, brewed with no corn syrup.
Here in the second quarter, 10-7, Emporia State with a lead. Hornet Football brought to you by Coca-Cola. Share a Coke is back for the fall football season. Whether you've just won a big game or want to celebrate with fellow fans or want to share a Coke with your best friend whose team just lost to their arch rival, Coca-Cola has something for you. Let's check in with Tegan Terhune on the John Northford sideline.
You said the key word just a little bit ago there, Greg, and that is timing, and that's exactly what the conversation's been down here on the sideline with the offensive line as well as the offense here in general. They need to get their timing a little bit better. They came out, started off great. They don't want to lose that momentum. Coach Higgins saying we've got to keep the ball rolling in our favor. We can't punt it away and hope to nurse a three-point lead.
And give up field position on a punt return is – that was a good punt return by Central Oklahoma as they'll start this drive at their own 41-yard line after the penalty. So that penalty ended up costing Central Oklahoma. First and 10 for Central Oklahoma. Braden George, the quarterback. Running back in the backfield is Taj Griffin. And he comes free. It's still free, and it looks like Central Oklahoma's going to get it. One of the offensive linemen was able to scoop it up as the ball came free, but Hornets weren't able to come up with it in Central Oklahoma, and we're going to get a penalty marker thrown on the play.
I think it's unsportsmanlike, hopefully, against Oklahoma.
Let's see what happens here. As the officials, and there are a couple of penalty markers on that play, as there was a scrum, and it is going to be a dead ball personal foul. And they call it on Dante McGee. And that is a dead ball, so it's not first down over. It was after the play had ended, so it'll be second down and a 15-yard penalty, and that will move the ball all the way back to the Central Oklahoma 47-yard line. Hoping that maybe you could take advantage of the fumble, but the Hornets just couldn't fall on it. Second down and 22. Little swing pass, far sideline. Pass caught by Dustin Boskus, and he gets knocked out of bounds at the Emporia State 47-yard line. It'll still bring up third down and 15 for the Broncos. Gain on that play of about 5 yards. So it's a third down play for Central Oklahoma. Twins left, single receiver right, out of the pistol. Play action for George, looking. He's going deep downfield, and he overthrows everybody. His connection was possibly Dustin Boskus. And it's an incomplete pass, and the Broncos are facing fourth down, and they'll send on the punt team.
Chase McDowell, he blitzed that time. He got the pressure, and he just threw it away. He came untouched.
As
kind of one of those delayed blitzes. You don't show it right away.
Dropping back to receive the punt for Emporia State, Trayvon Jones.
Let's get a return here, fellas.
Jay Tedesco will punt the ball away. Good snap, not much pressure, low line drive kick. It'll take a bounce, and it hits a Central Oklahoma player. And let's see if the officials see where it hit the player. And the ball will be Emporia State's with 11:22 to play in the second quarter, leading by a score of 10-7. And that'll take us to our media timeout here in the second quarter. Hornet Football brought to you by Charlie's Place. You can have a good time and stay safe by riding the Buzz Bus with free pickup and drop-off Thursday through Saturday, 8 p.m. to 2.
With Emporia State University, your dreams are within reach. You get more choices. We offer hands-on, real-life experiences that will set you apart. At Emporia State, you get more value. And students have the second lowest debt load of all regional universities. Schedule a campus visit at emporia.edu/visit.
Professionals you can depend on.
McKinsey Pest Free, the best it can be.
Hello, my name is Matt Barnett, and I'm the master planner here at CAMSO Manufacturing USA. My MBA from Emporia State University was vital to my success here at CAMSO. As an ESU grad, I'm proud of my alma mater and support the Hornet Nation. Go Hornets!
CAMSO, the road-free company, is the world leader in the design, manufacturing, and distribution of off-road tires, wheels, rubber tracks, and undercarriage systems to serve the material handling, construction, agricultural, and power sports industries. CAMSO, the road-free company, 1601 East South Avenue in Emporia.
KFFX Emporia, today's best hits. Mix 104.9.
Back at Welch Stadium, Emporia State has the ball, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive at the 14-yard line. First play, a running play right up the middle to Carlos Grace, and no place to go for Carlos, making it 2nd down and 10. And after the first two drives, the Central Oklahoma defense has gained a little bit of confidence. Braden Gleason, let's see if they're going to get procedure or encroachment, as one of the defenders got into the zone, and they're going to call procedure on Emporia State. And one of the offensive linemen moved because he saw a defender in the neutral zone, and apparently the defender got back before he moved, so that's a procedure penalty on Emporia State, and that'll move it back to the 9-yard line. And sometimes you just have to kind of, even if you see that, you want to get those 5 yards, but you can't take a chance. Gleason out of the shotgun. Empty backfield now. 3-man rush. Sets up, throws the ball. Caught by J.T. Mackey, and he'll make the catch at the 16-yard line and maybe give him forward progress close to the 17, but it'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for Emporia State.
And that's where the penalty hurts you, because now it should be 3rd down and 2.
Checking into the lineup, Cole Schumacher. Checking out will be Marcellus Edwards. Emporia State lines up with twin receivers to the left side, Rashid O'Neal along with Cole Schumacher, twins to the right side, and we're going to get a timeout taken by Emporia State. A little bit of confusion as to who's supposed to be where, and now Emporia State will see if they can't get the formation the way they want it and need it. Hornets leading 10-7. Emporia State scored on their first 2 possessions of the ball game. Their first score came when they put together a game-opening 12-play, 75-yard drive as Dalton Cowan scored on a 2-yard touchdown run. Next possession, after an interception, Emporia State would score on a 23-yard field goal by Clark Schoonover. But Central Oklahoma would put together a drive that closed out the first quarter and ended in the second quarter on a 1-yard touchdown run by T.J. Roberts. And Emporia State has struggled to get the offense going again. Third down, 7 for Emporia State. Braden Gleason out of the shotgun. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. Takes the snap, play action. Here comes the pressure. Steps up in the pocket. He avoids the initial pressure. Sidesteps one defender, and he'll carry it out to the 23-yard line. It'll be 2 yards shy of the first down, and Emporia State will once again have to send on the punt team. Braden tried to work his way up the field, but just too difficult, and he gets stopped short of the first down.
Yeah, and you take the penalty away, and we still have the ball.
Now, actually, it's 4th and 1 for Emporia State. So they'll put 8 players on the line of scrimmage. Here comes the snap. Here comes the pressure. There's the kick. It's a high kick. Fair catch is called for, and it'll be made at the 33-yard line.
He's doing a nice job punting that football.
And
very nice.
The Broncos will have the ball 1st and 10 to start this drive at their own 33-yard line. Hornet Football being brought to you by McKenzie Pest Control. Pest free the best it can be. They're the area's bed bug experts. Give them a call at 620-342-4222. 10-7 Emporia State with a lead. 9:09 to play here in the second quarter. Central Oklahoma with the football, moving from left to right. As they'll send single receivers left and right. Running back in the pistol formation behind the quarterback, Brandon George. Here's a running play to T.J. Roberts, and he carries it across the 35 and gets upended, and he'll finally be stopped at the 39-yard line. That'll be a nice little gain on first down of 6 yards, making it 2nd down and 4. Dustin Boscus will head wide to the left side. Dawson Huddleston to the right. T.J. Roberts a single setback. Now the tight ends shift from left to right. They bring the receiver in motion. Running play to Roberts straight ahead. He'll gain a yard up to the 40-yard line where he's tackled. Grabbing him by the ankles from behind, making the stop for Emporia State from his middle linebacking spot. It looks like Jackson Mays, one of the seniors on this defensive front for Emporia State, making it 3rd down and 3 for the Broncos.
It's a big play right here, guys.
They'll split 3 wide out to the right side. Tight end to the left. T.J. Roberts, the running back, to the left of the quarterback. Here's a pass play. It's going to be caught, but will it be enough for a first down? I believe it will be, as they give him forward progress to the 44-yard line. And making the catch on the near sideline, Josh Moore. But it's good enough for a first down for Central Oklahoma.
It looked like that was a pre-read. We were just off of him a little bit too much. The quarterback saw that, and the receiver saw it, and he just curled up enough to make the first down.
1st and 10 for Central Oklahoma. Hornets leading 10-7, 7:32 clock running here in the second quarter. From their own 44-yard line. Play action for George. Sets up. Pass time. Here comes the pressure. He throws the ball down the field. The pass is going to be caught. What a catch made by Dustin Boscus, as he just caught it over his left shoulder. Good coverage from the Emporia State secondary. And that was just one, you just tipped the hat to the receiver on that one.
Yeah, he ran a nice route, too. He ran a post corner. Went hard to the post and back to the corner. And we had good coverage. He dropped it right in the hole.
Gain all the way down to the Emporia State 33-yard line. And 1st and 10 for the Broncos. This time it's twin receivers to the right, single receiver to the left. George, the quarterback, takes the snap, running play, straight ahead, T.J. Roberts, and he carries it across the 30 down to the 29-yard line for a gain of 4, maybe a gain of 5 to the 28-yard line. And Emporia State will bring in fresh bodies for that defensive front. Now the Cody Swanson out there along with Merrick Thompson and Trayvon Amons for Emporia State. 2nd down and 5 for the Broncos. They'll send 2 receivers off to the right side, single receiver to the left side. Johnny Bazell along with Josh Moore to the near side. Handoff goes to T.J. Roberts. Roberts, gain of a couple of yards, carries it down to the 26-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and 3 for the Broncos.
Okay, we need another one of those. Those guys did a nice job up front right there.
Hornet Football brought to you by Emporia State University, preparing students for lifelong learning, rewarding careers, and leadership. 3rd down 3 for Central Oklahoma. The ball spotted at the Emporia State 26-yard line. Double tights, twin receivers left. Receiver comes in motion on the quarterback keeper straight ahead, and he's not going to get the first down. He gets to the 25-yard line, but the ball comes free, but the officials, I think, were blowing it dead.
Came out late.
Yeah. So
it got some people excited down there, Earl.
Yes, it did. They'll mark the forward progress of Brandon George to the 25-yard line. It'll bring up 4th and 2 for the Broncos, and will they send on the field goal team?
That's the big choice right here.
And it looks like they might just keep the offense on there for right now.
And the wind's died down. He's not kicking into too much of a wind, just a little bit.
Let's see what Emporia State can do here on the season. 5 of 14 are the Broncos on 4th down.
Here we go, guys. We've tightened the linebackers up.
Brandon George on the sweep. It goes to the near side, and it's not going to make it as Emporia State comes back and catches Dustin Boscus, who took the handoff all the way back at the 28-yard line, and the Hornets will take over on downs after a loss of 4 yards on the play.
I like how they tightened the linebackers up a little bit. You can see they were going to play aggressive D right there.
So
big stop.
Big stop and a big gamble by Central Oklahoma, and Emporia State was able to win that gamble, and they'll take over the ball 1st and 10. Ball will be spotted at their own 28-yard line. Emporia State leading 10-7.
We got to get our offense going a little bit here like we did early in the first quarter. Give our defense a little bit of break.
Carlos Grace in at running back. Twin receivers left, single receiver to the right for Braden Gleason. Braden brings Dexton Swinehart into the backfield. On the option, he's going to keep the ball this time. Cuts it upfield across the 30, and he'll get upended at the 33-yard line. Making the tackle for Central Oklahoma from his linebacking spot, Brian Burns. Gain on the play of, we'll call it 5, making it 2nd down at 5. Little screen pass out to Will Amos. Amos has the first down as he catches it and carries it across the 40. They'll mark him down at the 41. Let's check in real quick with Tegan Trahoon on the John North Ford sideline.
Having listened into the defense all day so far, a name I keep hearing pretty constantly is Jacob Sitzler, number 79 for UCO or for Central Oklahoma, the 6'7", 330-pound redshirt freshman. That has been causing them some issues, but right now they're doing a good job managing it. See if the offense can keep it running here too.
Here's a running play up the middle. Handoff goes to Carlos Grace, and he carries it for a gain of 8. He got upended big time, but he pops up and goes back to work as Emporia State faces 2nd down and 2. Ball spotted just shy of the 49-yard line. Carlos again takes the handoff straight ahead and gets forward progress, and let's see where they mark the forward progress at. It'll be at the Central Oklahoma 49-yard line, and that'll be a Hornet first down. Clock rolling with 3:36 to play, second quarter. Hornets leading 10-7. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Little swing pass to Will Amos on the far right side. Catches it, and he gets ankle tackled and gets stopped after a gain of 6, bringing up 2nd down and 4 at the Central Oklahoma 43-yard line. Quickly again to the line of scrimmage. Emporia State empty backfield for Braden Gleason. Single receiver way wide out to the left side. Now in motion comes Will Amos to the left. 3 receivers to the right. Braden takes the snap. Has time, sets up, throws the ball. Pass is caught for a first down at the 38-yard line. Making the catch, Cole Schumacher for Emporia State. That'll move the chains and keep the drive alive. And quickly, once again, Emporia State back to the line of scrimmage. Braden Gleason takes the snap. Handoff, Carlos Grace straight ahead. He's across the 35 after a gain of about 3 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 7. Clock rolling, 2:41 to go. Hornet Football brought to you by Next Tech Wireless, the latest in wireless technology, fastest network, best coverage. Your next step is Next Tech Wireless, located inside the Flint Hills Mall. Carlos Grace in motion off to the right side. Braden looking to throw. So now he's rolling out to his right side. He's looking to run the ball, and he gets out of bounds and gets upended. And they'll give him forward progress, to the 35-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd down and 7 for Emporia State. Well, they actually marked him out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Checking into the lineup, Seth Surface along with J.T. Mackey and Trayvon Jones, as Will Amos along with Cole Schumacher and Dexton Swinehart check out. Marcellus Edwards along with Trayvon Jones and J.T. Mackey off to the left. Single receiver to the right.
it's later on in the game. With 2 minutes left to go in the second quarter, we've not really built upon our confidence we had offensively because it's still 10-7. Now we're in a, is it fourth down or this is a fourth down here? Is this fourth? Yeah, this is fourth down. So we were in third and long right there, ran a little jailbreak screen, tried to get the ball in Trayvon's hand, let him make a play, make a guy miss. We know we're in 4-down territory. We have 3 timeouts left, so I mean, you got it. Play clock's running. I don't know, which we were all concerned. I guarantee I was concerned over there on the sidelines. Let too much time run off the clock there. Should have burnt that tight end or timeout earlier, because even though we have 3, we just had to burn 1 and we got time. You know, it's a critical call right here because we got to get a first down. I mean, no matter what, you know, because we got to get points on the board, which is important because it's right here before half. So if we do put points on the board, we're going to go in with momentum. Our guys are going to feel good about themselves. Our defense is playing outstanding. It's 10-7 right now. I mean, maybe we can get on that positive side of that ebb and flow offensively, you know, going into half.
Ball at the 30. They need 2 yards for the first down, which would be the 28-yard line.
So, if I remember correctly, we score. I think we either score on the next play. Yeah, we score on the next play. So I was getting ready to say, if we score on this play, and it's the play that I think, I wouldn't have made that call. Oh, well, we're under center. Again, my dad would have been happy. We're under center. We're going to do a little jet sweep, fake, inside zone. That's a great run by Carlos. A great job up front. I felt like we controlled the line of scrimmage on that play. That was a great job of Carlos being patient, finding a hole, accelerating through it. And then, of course, our guys up front, I thought, did a really good job. So now we're 1st and 10. Clock's running. We still have timeouts left. I think we're going to run like a play that we run all the time, and we're going to. Oh, we ran one of our base plays. It's been one of our favorite plays for a long time here. I'm not going to say what that play is, but it's something that is very efficient for us. So now we are in second down. We are inside the 20. I need to have a little bit more urgency right here because it says we have 2 timeouts left. Greg just said we had 1. They're playing man coverage on us. Now we're going to have to burn 1. He got through the line right there.
First sack of the afternoon, and Emporia State loses yardage back to the 23-yard line.
We got it now right here. The clock's ticking at second. This is third down right here. So we got to make sure right here that if anything, because we have 2 timeouts left, we got to get positive yards. We got to get the ball down the field. So here we just ran this play earlier, so now we're gonna run a play off of it that's a double move play. All right, so it worked out there for us. You know, I mean, if that ball is incomplete or something, then we're gonna have to kick a field goal because there's not much time left in the half. And those are 2 young guys, redshirt freshman quarterback, redshirt sophomore. Again, we ran this play earlier, 2 plays earlier, and picked up 7 yards. We come back to the play and double move them, and we end up executing it. So that's a really good play for us. I always think it's good, like if you do run a play efficiently and you run it a lot, to have different looks off of it. So huge, big-time play. Now we're going in at half 17-7. I know we have a young quarterback who has a lot of confidence right there with that play. Probably settles him in, even though it's late in the second quarter. And then our defense is playing outstanding. So if we can protect the football the second half, still be able to establish the run, play with tempo, which we do, but still be able to milk the clock when we need to. And our defense play the way that they've been playing, we feel like we're pretty good. It looks like my dad's happy about it. I don't know if he's happy about that we were underneath center right there earlier or the touchdown, but he's got a smile on his face. So we scored a touchdown.
So the offense cashes in.
Well, these young guys they've been talking about all year are kind of growing up. And you can see it. And Coach Higgins has been talking about that all year. We just got to be patient. We got to be patient. They're going to get better. They're going to get better. And here it is right in front of us right now. Exactly what he was painting.
As Sam Dobbins will kick it off for Emporia State. Here's the approach. It's an end-over-end kick. And this will go into the end zone and out of the end zone. And Central Oklahoma will get the ball 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line with 6 seconds to go in the half. Emporia State leading 17-7.
So do you down the ball or do you go up on top?
If Central Oklahoma, roll the dice. Let's see if that's what they decide to do, or if Coach Nick Bobeck decides let's go ahead and just take a knee. And it looks like they're just going to take a knee here. As they'll go.
They better be careful here.
Yeah, they'll just take a knee to end this half. And taking a knee and sending the teams to the locker room will be Brandon George, and Emporia State will head to the locker room. So will the Broncos, with Emporia State leading 17-7 here at halftime, as the Hornets put together a very impressive drive to end the first half of football. As Tegan Trahoon will see if he can't catch up with Coach Garin Higgins as the Hornets get set to head to the locker room, and a fairly solid first half of football for Emporia State as they wait for Central Oklahoma to get to their locker room. And as Hornets are leading here at halftime, and let's go down to the sideline and Tegan Trahoon.
Coach, your team up by 10 here at the half. What did you see in that first half?
Well, we got off to a good start, which we wanted to. I thought we played well. I think, the field position hurt us. Coverage unit on punts got to be better right there. That's, and then we had the one turnover.
All right.
Which led to their points, But I do feel good. That was a huge play for us going into halftime. And we just have to play efficient offensively, protect the football. The mode that we played offensively last year was different in years past because we struggled. So we had to be a little bit at times slower, a slower paced team. Even though that we didn't want to do that, we had to do that to win games. So, and that's the most important thing.
Quarterback. You can share a Coke when your team's up. You can share a Coke when your team's down. You can even share a Coke with your rival on game day.
This is Emporia State head football coach Garin Higgins, and you're listening to the voice of the Hornets, Mix 104.9, KFFX, Emporia.
17-7 is our halftime score. Emporia State leading Central Oklahoma. Emporia State basketball teams have their seasons underway. The Lady Hornets 2-1 on the season after their win over Northwestern Oklahoma State on Thursday night. They'll be in Aberdeen, South Dakota tomorrow to take on Northern State. That game will tip off at 2 o'clock. We'll have the game for you here on Mix 104.9. Then they'll be in Sioux Falls, South Dakota on Tuesday to take on the University of Sioux Falls. That game will tip off at 5:30, and we'll have that game for you as well here on Mix 104.9. The Emporia State men are 2-2 to start the season after their win over Tabor on Thursday. They also had a victory over Kansas Wesleyan on Monday, and on Tuesday this last week, and coming up this Monday, the Emporia State men will take on Sterling. That'll be a 6:30 contest at White Auditorium, and we'll have that game for you here on Mix 104.9 as well. Here it is 17-7, Emporia State with a lead over Central Oklahoma on Senior Day. We'll be back with the second half right after this timeout. This is Hornet Football on Mix 104.9.
At Longbine Auto Plaza in Emporia, our Black Friday sales event is now with great offers and huge savings. Get Black Friday prices on a 2019 Silverado 1500 Double Cab LT with 20% off MSRP. Now just $37,048. Or get 20% off MSRP on a 2019 Chevy Cruze hatchback for only $18,396. Let Longbine Certified Service check your vehicle before your holiday travels. The Black Friday sales event is now at Longbine Auto Plaza in Emporia. Come in or visit www.longbineauto.com. Chevy, find new roads. Prices plus TTL. All rebates assigned to dealer.
This has been the Longvine Auto Plaza halftime show. Longvine Auto Plaza, your Chevrolet and Buick dealer in Emporia. Driven by longvineauto.com. Now, stay tuned for the second half.
The Ultimate Cheesy Garlic Bread Collection from Subway presents the Ultimate Holiday Song.
Deck the bread with buttery garlic. Ultimate. Taste the melty mozzarella. Ultimate.
Done we now our tender steak.
Ultimate. Try it now before it's too late. Ultimate.
Try the new Ultimate Steak, part of the Ultimate Cheesy Garlic Bread Collection, only at Subway.
Participating restaurants.
Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Center of Manhattan is excited to be the only therapy clinic in the region to offer DARI, a new biomechanical movement analysis system in therapy. This specialized 3D motion capture analysis system is used with human movement for injury analysis, injury prevention, athletic and employee screening, and providing data to aid in return to play and work decisions. For more information, call Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Center at 785-564-4699 or online at kansasortho.com. The greatest comebacks begin here.
KFFX Emporia, today's best hits. Mix 104.9.
17-7 Emporia State leading as we get set for the second half. Before we get it started, let's check in with Tegan Trahoon on the John North Ford sideline.
Listening into the offense and the defensive coordinators here as they get set for the second half. They're saying a great start there in the first, but it doesn't matter if we don't come out with a win here today. You know your jobs. You know what you need to do. Let's go out and take the victory.
Sideline updates brought to you by John North Ford, Lincoln, Nissan, sells parts and service since 1963. Central Oklahoma will get the ball to start the second half. Here's the kick, and Sam Dobbins' kick will go into the end zone, and Central Oklahoma will get the ball to start this drive at their own 25 line.
Yeah, I think we got it.
Okay, so we come out second half, and, you know, I know halftime we felt good. Now we need to get a stop here, you know, and this is we could kind of close the game out early if we get a stop here, you know. I mean, again, I know there's a lot of time left, but just from a confidence standpoint where we're at, and so we come out, they run a little quick out right there, and they pick up, 7 yards, so they're already in great, or they're in a workable down and distance. You know, you can do a lot on second medium, pick it, Don, as far as playing calls. I mean, you got the wind, you can take a shot. I mean, you play action pass. There's so many different things that these are easy play calls right here.
Moore and Vasquez to the right side of the formation, Huddleston to the left side. Tight end also to the right side.
I mean, field position's good right here. We got to keep him on their side. We got to keep him on their side of the 50. So they throw a pass. Now we have third down, big down. We got our hands up, raise our hands up, make sure everybody's aware. Let's get a stop. Let's get off the field. Let's get home. Looks like 3rd and 4. Now, these are big down and distance calls right here. You know, I always think that, you got to be prepared on these down and distance calls.
Looks like they're going to open up their offense a little bit. They come out throwing 2 plays in a row.
Good. That's good observation, Coach McClain.
Tight end to the left. Now, Huddleston goes in motion from right to left. George looking to throw. Here comes the blitz. He throws the ball up for grabs, and the pass is going to be caught. We're going to get pass interference, I think, as a penalty marker comes out. The coverage of
I couldn't see that whole play right there, but that's one of those plays, Don, like a bad ball. The receiver is coming back. Our player is, doesn't see the the player, he's turning to look at the ball, and then the guy has to come back, and he comes back through him, through Jaden, and we get the pass interference call. I can see how they throw the flag right there, but it's just one of those. One of those plays that's just part of football. So now they got good field position, so they take a shot, and we do a great job there with coverage, and we get a back-to-back pass interference. So now we got back-to-back penalties. Not the way we wanted to start.
Is that a penalty marker? Yes, there is. On whom? Pass interference on Emporia State. Oh, I don't know about that one.
So, again, they already got good field position. They take a shot. I think they start on their own 25, so this is going to be, now we're up against the wall right here. Now we got to bow our neck again, and we got to get a stop. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We had a great defense last year. This is when they need to be great.
First and 10 for Central Oklahoma from the Emporia State 33-yard line. George, the quarterback. Here comes the blitz.
So now we bring pressure.
He throws the ball down the far sideline, and he throws it almost caught as Johnny Bazell.
Looked like we had good coverage right there. We just kind of fell off on him there at the end. Kind of lost where the receiver was.
But fortunately, the ball was incomplete.
I think they both gave up on it. The Central player turned to look, and also the ball hit him.
They've thrown it 5 straight times coming out of the half.
Makes it second down and 10 for Central Oklahoma.
They've definitely come out.
Well, I think they've felt like that.
Gunslinging a little bit. Play action.
I think number one, they tried to run the football so much the first half that they're just changing things up. They're down at halftime, and there's probably a good decision, kind of mix it up a little bit. We bailed them out twice with 2 pass interference calls that kept a drive alive. So now we got them in 2nd and 10. Again, we got to get. I don't know what happens on this play, but we got to get a stop here. I guess it's 3rd and 3. The last play was 2nd and 10. So now they do a little bit of a sugar huddle here, 3rd and short, play action. Get out in the flat. It's a pretty good play call right there. We're up in the box thinking there's going to be a run. Could be in 2-down territory. Get the quarterback outside the pocket where it's a run pass option. Where he can run the football if he needs to. So first down, and they are throwing the football. But again, the 2 pass interference calls really hurt. A little jet sweep, or not jet sweep, but just a little now screen out there. It was 2 over 2. I don't know if they paired it with a run right there, but if it's 2 over 2, they're going to make that throw. You get one block and make one guy miss. When we run our now screens, our goal is to get 5 yards. If we get more than that, that's a plus. But we did our job if we run a now screen and get 5.
Mostly pass plays here in this drive. 2nd down and 2 for the Broncos from the Emporia State 15-yard line. Hornets showing blitz.
Okay, so they double cadence right there. Now, do they change because they felt that we were showing blitz right there by our demeanor, or do they run this basically kind of the same thing, but they didn't? It wasn't a true now screen. It would look like some type of double move, maybe where they looked like they were going to block and then try to send a guy to the back corner, but the quarterback didn't pump fake it or take the ball off his hand. But again, we're just 2 over 2 out there, so we gotta make a play right there. It's 1-on-1. I was not happy, I know, at this time because we're at 10, and now they're going to take off time off the clock, and they're going to and basically driving the ball on us. So
another throwing down pass to the end zone is going to be caught for a touchdown.
It's a well thrown ball. It wasn't bad coverage right there, honestly. it was just a back shoulder throw. And when those balls are put where they need to be, those are very difficult to defend. Even with, and they usually work when you have really good coverage,
Chance talked about how good the NIAA is overall. Players are going to make plays like that.
Yeah, at the end of the day, that's the thing about it. Like, there are so many good players in our league, and even though, like, that's not even their regular starter or quarterback, that was a heck of a ball. And guys can make plays. You're every game, every Saturday, you got to be prepared, both mentally, and you got to be prepared both physically. You got to understand, as I said earlier, that there's a lot of ebbs and flows, and you got to be able to handle that in games,
Now that's crisp.
Crisp taste, brewed with no corn syrup.
But they also went downtown a couple times, too.
Hornet Football being brought to you by Next Tech Wireless, the latest in wireless technology, fastest network, best coverage. Your next step is Next Tech Wireless, located inside the Flint Hills Mall. And a couple of interference penalties on Emporia State secondary. That helped the drive, keep the drive going and gave them a little more extra yardage. But knowing the Emporia State coaches, they're going to dissect that, and they'll hopefully get that changed up and make the changes they need to. And hopefully we won't see what's happened to them a couple times this season where they've had leads either at the start of the third quarter or even in the fourth quarter and have teams come back on them. And hopefully Emporia State, with the offense here, can just keep them at arm's length.
Oh, the other thing, too, they put a nice drive together. Now we got to answer back. And then we got to get a stop. But let's answer back and get a stop and get this game back on our side.
Deep to receive the.
So they just scored, took 5 minutes off the clock or a little bit under, but we got to go answer and get a decent return right here. So we got great field position right here. Now we need to go do something with it. We got to answer, and at times we struggled with this right here, and with some inconsistency offensively, and that's where we got to get better. And definitely not to make any excuses, but we were young at time, and it showed. So we come out, do a little shift. Run the jet sweep, pick up good yardage right there. Again, get the ball in Will's hands, not necessarily where he's catching it, but he's running it. He's comfortable in that position. So now we're in good workable position. We're in second medium, second 5, second 6. So it's whatever you want right here. Got good field position. This is a play caller's dream here.
Spreads both hands out, flaps the hands, takes the snap, running play, goes to Carlos Grace, tries to run to the right side.
Run outside zone. Again, we're in 3rd and 1. 3rd and a yard and a half. So we basically have ran the ball the first 2 plays. Now we ran a little bit out on the perimeter, which if you remember the first half, we were, running inside zone quite a bit. And now we're getting the ball on the outside. So now we got to get a first down right here. It's 30 yard. We're in basically 12 personnel, 21, whatever. We run inside zone, get a seam right there. Our offensive line, they do a good job. Basic, run play. Just line up and say, hey, we're going to get the first down right here. It's simple. It's football right here. This is, when I was playing at Welch Stadium, this is what we were doing. I was pretty good at handing the ball off, too, as a quarterback. Sugar huddle. Let's go. Get up there. Get set. Looks like they're might be bringing something off the edge right here. Just by their demeanor. Looks like our cameraman didn't trust that we were going to run jet sweep right there. But again, we did. We pick up good yardage on that play. It's got to be some type. I don't even know. I don't remember. Got to be some type of play action at some point coming off that. I mean. Looks like one of our bread and butter quick game plays that we run a lot. High efficient play. Again, milking the clock. See, like I can tell right there that Braden and was wanting to make, like, he probably took an extra half a count of getting rid of that football where Schumacher was open earlier. I think just that confidence of letting it go, trusting everything, and second 7. We're going to end up burning a timeout here. I'm sure. Nope. Sometimes, it looks like we ran counter trap right there. Again, it's 2nd and 7. I can tell we're trying to stay with the run and not panic and get out of it. Trying to be patient. So now we run. See again, right there. If I had to rewind that back, I'm looking. There's 2 guys there that are open. We just got to let the ball go on time, and that's where, a veteran guy does that, and Braden will do that. There's no question. He can watch this film because I know we've watched it together, and he will say, I should have got rid of that football right there. So now we're in where we don't want to be. We got good field position, but we are in 3rd and 7, 3rd and long. So I would think they're going to heat us up, but
in motion comes Cole Schumacher from right to left. Now 3 wide to the left. Braden Gleason takes the snap, sets up, throws the ball. It's incomplete, intended for Cole Schumacher, and that pass.
I don't know what that play was because I didn't have the top angle, but it's incomplete. So now we're here 4th down, and we're punting. Which that is our donkey call. So we have good field position, and we're going to line up offensively where it looks like we're going to run a play, and now we're going to basically quick kick it down there, try to play for field position. Let's get down there. Great effort. So it worked out. Great job right there by Cole Schumacher. And great headsy play by Dex Schweinhart being down there and jumping on the ball.
Now that's crisp.
Crisp taste, brewed with no corn.
State leading 17-14. Hornet Football brought to you by AAA Appliance Service, providing major appliance repair and installation services on all appliance makes and models. You provide the problem, they provide the solution. Give them a call at 620-342-1392. Let's pause 1 minute. This is Hornet Football on Mix 104.9.
Listen up, folks. Nextech Wireless is running the best deal on the best network. Your tired old phone is worth a free iPhone 11 or Galaxy S10e. We really said that. Oh yeah, bring your number with you and get a Ring Video Doorbell too. Also free. And it's still 4 lines, $120, all unlimited data. Doesn't get better than that. Visit us at Flint Hills Mall in Emporia. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
Black and gold, through and through. Mix 104.9.
17-14. Emporia State with the lead. 7:22 to play, 3rd quarter. Central will get the ball at the 5-yard line to start this drive, but still deep in their own territory. Last time they had the ball, they drove the length of the field here on a quarterback keepers. George, and Brandon George carries it across the 10 up to the 12-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 5 yards on the carry, make it a 6-yard gain, bringing up 2nd down and 4 for the Broncos. As they have done they put together a very impressive first drive to start the second half, and Emporia State's defense, want to see if they can't make some changes as Central Oklahoma spreads it out a little bit more. Power formation to the right side. Running play up the middle goes to Roberts. breaks a couple of tackles, drags a couple of tacklers with him across the 15 up to the 17-yard line. Dawson Hamas making the tackle, but not until T.J. Roberts picks up the first down. Roberts, a junior out of Phoenix, Arizona, by Desert Vista and Mesa transfer. 1st and 10 for the Broncos from their own 16-yard line. Clock rolling, 6:17 to play, third quarter, 17-14 Emporia State. Brandon George takes the snap, drops back to pass, has some time. He's going deep downfield. The pass is going to be broken up. Good defensive effort by Keelan George as he went step for step with the intended receiver, Dustin Boscus, and he knocked the pass away.
I tell you, he got away with a couple passes on that first drive. He keeps forcing that ball in. We're going to see an interception coming up here, I think.
Hornet Football being brought to you by Mackenzie Pest Control. Pest free the best it can be. The area's bed bug experts. Give them a call at 620-342-4222. 2nd and 10 for the Broncos from their own 16-yard line. Again, George working out of the shotgun. Roberts with him in the backfield. Twins to the left side, single receiver to the right side, and we're going to get stoppage of play. Not sure what the official saw or what happened. Let's see. Delay of game is the penalty on Central Oklahoma. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty. It'll make it 2nd down over again, but 2nd and 15 with the ball spotted back at the 11-yard line.
He's kind of hanging that ball up, and a lot of people call those 50-50 balls, and pretty soon they average out, and maybe we'll get one.
Twins off to the left side with a tight end to the left, single receiver to the right. George takes the snap, looks to throw, has some time, being flushed from the pocket, steps up in the pocket, sets up, he throws it over the middle. The pass is incomplete. Running a crossing route was Johnny Bazell, and he just led him too much. It's an incomplete pass, makes it 3rd down and 15 for the Broncos.
Okay, we got good field position. We just need another play here.
Three wideouts this time to the right side of the formation. Single receiver to the left side. Or 3 to the left and 1 to the right, excuse me. George looking to run the ball. He gets hit, and he gets dropped at the 10-yard line. Jace McDowell making the tackle for a loss of 1 on the play. It'll bring up 4th down and 16 for the Broncos.
Now I'd like to return the favor on that punt return that we owe him.
As Trayvon Jones will drop back to receive this punt from Central Oklahoma's make that Jay Tedesco, as he'll punt out of his own end zones. It's going to try to set up the return. Here's the kick. It's not a great kick. Get away,
fellas.
It'll take a bounce, and it'll come to a stop at the 45-yard line of Central Oklahoma, and the Hornets will have great field position. They lead at 17-14, 5:03 to play here in the third quarter. Let's pause 30 seconds. You're listening to Hornet Football on Mix 104.9.
As a proud supporter of our Emporia State Hornets, the Emporia Convention and Visitors Bureau welcomes the fans and families of all teams to Emporia. We encourage you to explore our city and enjoy all our town has to offer. When you're in Emporia, Kansas, you're in the middle of everything. Come play with us. Come dine with us. Come relax and unwind and enjoy your time with us. Check out visitemporia.com for more information and enjoy Emporia. It's always an adventure.
Your home for Hornet Sports. Today's best hits. Mix 104.9.
First play, running play, handoff goes to Carlos Grace. He only picks up a yard, carries it down to the 33-yard line of Central Oklahoma. Hornets facing 2nd and 9.
They brought their speed guys in on 2nd and 9 up front.
JT Mackey and Will Amos out to the left side now. JT in motion to the right. Twins to the right side now.
Looks like man coverage.
Getting Braden Gleason on the quarterback keeper, and he gets tackled for a loss. He tried to pull it back, but waiting for him patiently and making him pay DeQuan Brown, and a loss back to the 46-yard line of Central Oklahoma. And that play kind of exploded on Emporia State. They were waiting for the delayed draw play, and Emporia State loses yardage on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 11. J.T. Mackey wide out to the right side. Now both Jack Pitts and Marcellus Edwards go to the left. On the quarterback here, looking to throw a little sidearm pass, and bobble catch is made by Carlos Grace, but he still gets tackled for a loss back at the 49-yard line, and that series went nowhere but backwards for Emporia State.
Yeah, they're being aggressive on defense, too. Yes. They're coming after us.
Stops the clock with 3:20 to play here in the third quarter. Clock continues to roll with 3:14. Emporia State leading 17-14 as getting set to punt the ball away. Ross Brungart deep to receive the punt for Central Oklahoma.
So we're punting here, so it's the end of the third quarter. So really, from an offensive standpoint, we haven't done anything. And defensively, after giving up that first drive, now we are playing up to our standard. And so now, our defense got to keep playing at that high level and hopefully either, get a turnover, get a big play, get a big sack, or, offensively, we got to start making some plays because our defense is playing well enough right now. If we can get a touchdown on the board, that I would feel pretty good about that and would feel like we could close the game out.
Come on,
so right there is what I'm talking about. When I said we need a big play, it's third down, and Cade gets a that was first down. Cade makes a big play. So now they are inside the 10. I think maybe they're on the 6 or 7 yard line. I'm not for sure. 9, but we have them inside the 10.
From the 9-yard line, 2nd and 14.
We got them in the long yardage situation. 2nd and 14.
Out of the shotgun, Brandon George looks to throw, passes.
Oh, so close right there to, and when you're struggling offensively, I love defensive touchdowns. We were really close to getting one right there. That was a great break by Gary. I guarantee I know he wishes he could have that play again, especially being from Oklahoma and being able to do that his last game his senior year.
Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. Running back sets up to the right of the quarterback. The new running back is
so now we're 3rd and 14. I feel good right now. I mean, as far as we got him in this situation, which is what we want, And we don't blitz right there. We're only bringing 4. I know we brought a linebacker right there, but when you run an odd defense, usually you're going to at least rush 4. And if you're a 4 down front, that's what you do anyway. So now it's 3rd and 14. We're going to have good field position. It's late in the third quarter. We need to do something offensively.
Field position. He's got to kick it from the middle of his end zone.
And I don't think we do anything, So again, and I don't know the sequence of why, but.
Or Jay Tedesco. The punt is away. It'll take a Central Oklahoma bounce, and covering it at the 42-yard line will be.
We got good field position right here. We have got to come out, and this is where we were not good at last year. We got to get better, and
5 to 7 yards probably.
We got to put points on the board right here. And there's been so many times we've been able to do this. So we come out, I think we have a big play here, I think, or at least get some good positive yards right off the bat.
They'll start this drive at their own 42-yard line. Raiden Gleason, the quarterback, working out of the shotgun, takes a snap, play action, sets up, throws it over the middle, passes caught on a crossing route, cutting into the middle of the field. Rashid Noel.
Run pass option right there, or run pass read possibly. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We hit the 4-step slant right behind the linebacker. So we get a first down, and now we're definitely in their territory. Now we want to, I can already tell, like we're wanting to get with some tempo right here. So it's a good job by Braden. He does a good job of directing traffic. So let's go right here. All right? We basic play that we run all the time, pick up 3 or 4 yards. Like for us to pick up a little bit more. But we got rid of the ball on time right there. So now we're in 3rd and 2. Sugar huddle. 3rd and 3. It says 2nd and 5 down there at the deal, but that's all right. Oh, it's like right there. You saw Rashid. He's open. We gotta make the throw. I mean, we gotta make that throw right there. We got a guy that's just standing there in open grass, and I think we're at that point now where we're trying to play without making mistakes instead of just playing freely. And and I got to make sure that I do a good job as the head coach and being over on that side of the ball is making our guys feel confident. When I know at times it can be frustrating, and because I know I'm frustrated right now. I mean, got good field position. We're going to punt right here. We're not going to do anything stupid.
Here comes the snap.
Because our defense is playing really well. We're going to punt and play defense. So.
Now on it bounce, and it's still rolling inside the 15 and gets down at the 11.
So it ended up like a bad punt, but it ended up turning out all right. We got a bounce right there. Sometimes the football gods are smiling on you, Don, and they smiled on us right there. We got a good kick. Our defense is playing great. Ball is we got great field position. We need to get a 3 and out. We need to get home, or we need to get a turnover. I mean,
46 seconds to play in the quarter. Last 2 times Emporia State's defense has forced Central Oklahoma to punt. As they take over the ball at their own 11-yard line. Brandon George, the quarterback, in the backfield with him. T.J. Roberts, 3 wideouts to the left side. Running play up the middle goes to T.J. Roberts. He gets hit.
Inside zone. Got a lot of guys around the football right there. Our guys are playing hard. I know they want to win this football game. It's an important game. Even though we're sitting where we're at record-wise, that's what I like so much about this senior class is they never folded.
A loss of a yard on the play, making it 2nd down and 11.
So now we're 2nd and 11. Now we're got to force their hand a little bit. We put it on them a little bit to make a call or make a play.
Out of the shotgun once again, Brandon George changing the play at the line of scrimmage. In the backfield with him is T.J. Roberts. Down to 6 seconds to go. Takes the snap, looks to throw, has time. He's going deep downfield. He has a receiver open. The pass is dropped. In and out of the hands of the intended
football guys are smiling on us right there. I think we had decent coverage. They just got behind us right there, and they didn't make a play. That's a great job. That's one thing that with corners, like with Keelan right there, he might have had him beat, but Keelan has such great length that him putting his hand out there and I don't know if he touched the ball or not, but he affected it just enough where the receiver was not able to catch the football. And that's when you're recruiting corners, that's why you want those defensive backs to have length on them, so they don't have to close the ground so much with their speed and being right up on their hip. They can use their length to defend the pass.
Call McKenzie Pest Control, serving communities throughout East Central Kansas. McKenzie Pest Control. Pest free, the best it can be.
McKenzie Pest Free, the best it can be.
Hello, my name is Matt Barnett, and I'm the master planner here at CAMSO Manufacturing USA. My MBA from Emporia State University was vital to my success here at CAMSO. As an ESU grad, I'm proud of my alma mater and support the Hornet Nation. Go Hornets!
CAMSO, the road-free company, is the world leader in the design, manufacturing, and distribution of off-road tires, wheels, rubber tracks, and undercarriage systems to serve the material handling, construction, agricultural, and power sports industries. CAMSO, the road-free company, 1601 East South Avenue in Emporia.
KFFX Emporia, today's best hits. Mix 104.9.
We go to the fourth quarter, 17-14. Emporia State with a lead. Central Oklahoma facing 3rd and 11 from their own 10-yard line.
3rd and 11.
Now moving from right to left.
We got them right where we want them.
At their back here in the fourth quarter. They empty the backfield. Looking to throw is George. Has some time. Throws it out to the near flat.
Yeah, that was
overthrown. Intended receiver is T.J. Roberts.
Not close right there. So now we got 4th down. Now again, we have had a lot of our defense is playing great, playing outstanding right now. Okay, and it's the start of the fourth quarter. We can really make a statement here, or as far as like, I'm not gonna say we're gonna put the game away, but our defense is playing so well right now that if we can get up 10, okay, I feel pretty good. And we need to answer the bell right here offensively.
His own 40-yard line. Good snap, no pressure. Here's the kick. It's a good punt. And Trayvon.
Let's be smart. Let's be smart. Okay. All right.
Near sideline, and they'll mark it out of bounds at the 30-yard
30-yard line. So we got to go 70. And hopefully we can, hopefully we can take some time off the clock. But again, if we get into a rhythm and we get into tempo, we want to be able to score touchdowns, and yeah, I wish I could score them with 5 and take up 5 minutes, but sometimes that doesn't happen. We're not good enough to be able to play the clock like that. We got to take advantage of what we can take advantage of. So.
Get their big guys in on first down, kind of anticipating the run, then they pull them. Interesting to see what they do here.
Ray Gleason out of the shotgun. In the backfield with him, Carlos Grace. Twins to the left, single receiver to the right. On the quarterback keeper, this is Ray Gleason, gets a block on the corner. He's across the.
It's a good job, make a guy miss.
Carries it across the 35 and marked down at the 36-yard line.
Braden, yeah, he does. He reminds me a lot of Brent at times. And I said that whenever I first saw him here as a freshman. He did some things in some freshman scrimmages that, and he was getting rid of the ball on time. And I've said this before in our offense that our good quarterbacks, the ones we have had that were really great, they were like great point guards. They knew how to distribute the ball and understood our offense, and never gave the defense an opportunity to really get pressure on them. And we were always playing with an advantage because we tried to stay out of 3rd and long. We're underneath center, so we're going to be, I don't know, I'm guessing we're going to run jet sweep right here or some type of play off of it, which we run inside zone. Great job. Look at him right there, high and tight with the football. Carlos going to let everybody know we got the first down right there. But he got better as the season went along, man. I mean, he really did. And he had big-time runs for us. Don, you're the statistician, but he is, I think, had 3 runs of 69 or more that hadn't been done since Brian Shea. So we're staying in big personnel. We got a tight end attached right here. A little bit different look for us. Pick up 4 or 5 yards, running the clock. Our defense is resting. We need to go get a touchdown right here to put the game away. So if Coach McClain thinks he's antsy, he should have been on the sidelines with me.
Leaving him in on 2nd and 5 here, 2nd and 6.
2nd and 5.
It's interesting how they've got a rush package and a speed package. They got the bigs in there right now.
2nd and 5 for Emporia State.
We'll run the football. Get in there, hit that seam. Look at us right here. Did a great job on the perimeter right there, blocking. Senior Seth Surface, JT. Pets with the block right there. Esteban Arana, senior, doing a great job trying to reach their tackle. I mean, so we're 1st and 10. First and 10. We have ran the ball 3 times in a row. So I think we're gonna try to get a play right here. I think it's time.
Carlos Grace in the backfield. Gray takes the snap,
play action.
Has time, sets up, throws the ball deep downfield. He has a man open, and it's touchdown.
Great play, great throw. Those are 2 redshirt freshmen right there making a connection. So like we ran some type of double post. I'm not really for sure what that play was, but some type of play. I know where it was play action. We off the run look that we have shown a lot of. And again, that's a great throw. It's a great catch. It's good to see young guys, for the future make those plays. So that's both Oklahoma guys right there. Quarterback, as you know, that's a recruiting area for us to see both small town football players. Afton, Oklahoma, probably population 200, and Muldrow, Oklahoma, where whenever I went and did a home visit with Braden, I went up into, it's not a mountain, but it looks like a mountain for Oklahoma. I was nervous. I wanted to make sure I could get back down the mountain. I'm kind of a city slicker. Me going up into those mountains was a little, I had no phone service. I wanted to make sure that, Burt Reynolds wasn't up there.
Talk about that. Talk about when we had to go to remote learning and stuff, what Braden had to do.
Oh, yeah. Remote learning, when we went to that with COVID in the spring, that was difficult. And even having, position meetings, Braden had to drive down the mountain and then find a place outside of town that he could get service, So it's kind of like old school rabbit ears. He had to be at a place where he could get service, and then it might freeze up. So it was difficult. But we found a way. That's our slogan. Found a way.
He was right there. You got to drop those right in the bucket.
And that he did, as the Hornets get their first score of the second half, and they lead at 24-14 with 11.
All right, we got 11 minutes to go. Defense is playing outstanding. Hey, keep everything in front of you right now. Don't give up the big play. If they're going to go down there and score, make them drive the length of the field. Make them be patient. Make them make where they cannot make mistakes, So I know I'm upset probably right now with the ball getting kicked out of bounds, but, I do know they had some dangerous returners, though, and we were nervous about their athletes back there. So, again, defense has been playing outstanding ever since they gave up that first drive of the second half. We finally woke up offensively, and we ran the football, ran a little bit of time, and then came up with the big play action pass.
TCU beat Texas Tech 33-31, and Iowa State beat Texas 10-7 at halftime. So the Broncos take over 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Brandon George, the quarterback, with a running back behind him. Running play straight up the middle. The handoff going to T.J. Roberts. Roberts will pick up 5 yards as he carries it up to the 40-yard line.
They come out, run the football, they pick up 5. This is what, if they're going to do this all the way down the field, we'll take that. We want to stop them, of course, and make them punt. But again, if they're going to run the football, then that's going to, milk the clock, and they're a touchdown and a field goal away from tying us. So.
Tied in the slot to the right side. Looking to throw, George rolling to his right. He's looking to throw. He's going to run the ball now. He carries it for a first down. Who comes up with it?
That was a big-time play. That's a great job by G. Stanley right there. He did such a great job of, staying with his receiver and not going to the quarterback until he crossed the line of scrimmage, and makes a play right there. No, not very good ball security. And we come up. Our defense comes up with a big play. I mean, not only are they stopping him, now they get a turnover, and
they'll have the ball 1st and 10 at the Central Oklahoma 46-yard line.
Sometimes that falls on the ground. It's like an explosion.
One thing about with Braden again that he is so good at, or he is going to be really good at, is he can control the tempo. He can control the pace. He can get guys where they need to be lined up. He can do those things. He's a coach's son. So here we are. This is imposing our will. We are running. We just ran power right there, and that's not one of our bread and butter plays. This is old school. This is Emporia State Larry Kramer football right here. All right. We got a fullback, if you want to say that. Again. he's doing such a great job of keeping his wrist above his elbow and high and tight, and the fundamental things that we talk about with running backs, with the 5 points of pressure. Formation into the boundary. We got 2 over 2 up top. Tight end attached. We're going to run outside zone. Stay in bounds. Stay in bounds. You got to stay in bounds right there. All right. Those are teaching moments. Okay, for new guys and for young guys and for inexperience.
Central Oklahoma was Chris Lewis. He was a little slow to get up. He was sitting on his keister in the Emporia State.
Because now we have stopped the clock and we did not get very much.
29-yard line, a gain of 3 yards on the play.
We did not get very many yards on the play right there. So, so now we get in a no back. Great job right there. That's who we are. Spread you out. We make football simple. That's a great effort by Cole Schumacher right there. Another player that's earned everything he's got here at Emporia State. He's a epitome of what our players are like. He wasn't heavily recruited. We like to play with a chip on our shoulder. We like to find those recruits that have a chip on their shoulder. They're going to fit in here at our place. So now we're going to let Big Pets carry it on 3rd and 1. Redshirt, I think Jack, redshirt freshman out of St. James Academy. Played tailback for us. We moved him to S-back midway through the season and picked up the offense at that position. Did a really good job for us. Got another Oklahoma kid back in the backfield right here with Calvin Boyce from Pregame.
Looks to the sideline for the signal. Play clock down to 14.
We're running some clock here. Braden's doing a good job of managing the clock from at the quarterback position. Stay. Gets a first down.
They'll mark him out of bounds at the 11-yard line. That will be a gain of 9 yards by Braden Gleason on the quarterback keeper.
Always wants your eyes downfield. He had great time there. The offensive line did a great job of protecting him. Got great field position, 3rd and looks like 3rd and 1. Formation in the boundary. We're double cadence it, making sure we got the right play call. I think when you get into this type of situations, you want to make sure that you get the right play call.
Takes the snap, running play, goes to Boyce, gets to the corner, looking to turn the corner, spins away from one tackler. He doesn't pick up the first down.
I don't know if that's a safety or the play side linebacker that made the tackle, but run outside zone right there and pick up decent yardage. We are no, we didn't pick up now because we were in 2nd and short. Really didn't gain much right there.
Calvin Boyce will be the deep back. As under center, going under center will be Braden Gleason. Yes, single receivers left and right.
Under center again. You've seen us run that fake. We've also run that jet sweep play where we hand it. Just running a run play off of it right there. Our Panther power play. Again, we got some old school going on right here. Calvin Boyce, another young running back, that played a little bit for us last year. Did a really good job, understands the offense.
I kind of like those short yardage plays where they get under center.
See, I bet you do, Coach McClain. You're like my dad. All right? I mean, that's football, right, Coach McClain?
First and goal from the 9. Braden Gleason handoff goes to Boyce. Boyce straight ahead. And
get good yardage right there. Calvin does a great job of being patient. I think we control the line of scrimmage there really well. Run, basically inside zone, split zone, or whatever. And, so now we are, I think, is this the 2nd down? Or first to go, we got the first down there. We're not in any type of tempo mode right here, as you can tell. We are in heavy discussion over there on the sidelines, I'm sure. And making sure we're getting the right play call and just, again, trying to take time off the clock. Hey, if we need to burn a timeout here, I wish we would have got it. We need to make sure we're getting the right calls in. We're up by 10, so I don't know if that was our first or how many timeouts we have left, but it looks like so we had 3 timeouts left. So you can't turn those things in for money at the end of the game or points. So we might as well burn it right there. So that's a good time for a timeout. If we don't like what we have called, let's make sure that we get the right call in. Let's get them over on the sidelines and talk to them, and remind them about, hey, be smart, protect the football right here. Control the line of scrimmage, and let's put points on the board, and let's end this thing. All right, let's end this thing for the seniors. I know this is being talked about right now. Just, again, a great group of seniors. I could not be more proud of them. Everything that they've went through, the adversity, and they came to work every day the way a Hornet football player should.
You're going to get mad on this one?
Calvin Boyce. Play clock got 2
So,
more down, and Emporia State had to use a timeout. The Hornets have 2 timeouts left.
let's go. Get out there. Let's go. Hurry, like Braden. He's trying to hurry him up. I can tell. Let's go. Motion. I don't.
Running play, Carlos Grace carries it across the 5. He gets the
That's what I thought. I can tell right now that at the end of the day, that falls back on us. Myself. And I'm not afraid to say that. So, I'm not worried about my feelings getting hurt, but I know I'm upset right now. I can tell Braden, we got to take the field there with more. We got to take the field better right there. Again, we got to get the play called, talk it out, let's go. I always think sometimes the clock moves too fast, but so now we got to overcome a penalty.
Dexton Swinehart will check in for Emporia State. He'll replace Jack Petts. So Hornets bring in an extra receiver. That's Rashid O'Neal and JT Mackey go to the left side, and we're going to get another time.
Again, we got to make sure right here, Don, that we score, that we get points on the board, period. So if we have to burn 3 timeouts, we burn 3 timeouts right here. Because if we score, the timeouts aren't going to matter. And I know it's a critical time, and we just come off a penalty, and I don't know if we were as for sure what we wanted right there. I can tell. Again, I don't know. I don't remember. I probably don't remember for a reason what was being said at that time, but
Is part of that having, like I said, an inexperienced offense there? You have to explain it.
I think a little bit that, but I also think just from a coaching standpoint, when you struggled so much offensively, that everybody is at times, I think, playing tight or calling a game tight or whatever you want to say. I don't like to be in that mode, as you know, Don, but I felt it a little bit. Because I know right now we put a touchdown on the board, it's over. All right, so we get a little pressure, and now we are in. I probably don't remember any of this sequence now that I'm thinking.
Second goal.
So we started. You want to talk about when you are struggling, and sometimes things get multiplied. There's probably been times where we've done this before, but we either were winning the game handily. And you don't notice those things. You notice them as a coach, but they're not magnified. Right now it's being magnified. We're struggling offensively. Now we're in 3rd and goal. Now, anybody got a call for this? Anybody got a call? Because I don't.
As the central defense was waiting for him, and there to meet him was Dylan Hall.
So, is that 2nd down or 3rd down?
It's going to be 4th down now.
See, and here's the thing about it too, Don, is that, gosh dang it, is we have to now kick a field goal that is 34 yards right here.
Snap is back, placement down, the penalty markers are down. The field goal try is no good, but we have a penalty marker on the play. Let's see what the penalty is. Is it on Central Oklahoma or is it on Emporia State?
Yeah, I don't remember this, but
on Central Oklahoma, so Emporia State will
football guys are smiling on us.
Second and 10 from 29 yards.
So they'll be moving 5 yards closer. And
So yeah, so now we're 29 yards. We already got the kick, so again, I don't know a whole lot about kicking fundamentals, but maybe we're a little bit of we just, it's like a golf swing. You swing a bad one, now you're going to take another swing. You're going to make sure you do it right.
This will be a 29-yard field goal attempt, and this one pretty much not quite straight on.
I can tell they're definitely going to try to get pushed right here and get a block. We got to do a good job up front. You know, we work on this every single day.
Snap it back to Ray Gleason, and here comes the kick, and this time it is good.
It's a great kick. Was that Clark or Sam that made that?
Clark.
This may be offsides on Central Oklahoma. It is going to be encroachment, but does Emporia State take the points off the board, or you take the field goal? And I think Emporia, they'll take the
You can come on in right now.
Yeah, we're going to take the points.
Well, if you got it now, unfortunately it was 4th and goal. So field goal is good, and Emporia State leads at 27-14.
Yeah, 27-14. That's great. I feel like we're in control of the game. 4 minutes left. They got to be in 2-minute mode. They're going to have to try to do things that they're uncomfortable with, which is throw the ball down the field consistently. And we can pin our ears back, rush the quarterback, keep everything in front. Don't give up a big play to where, you know, make him, again, just like I said earlier, make him run time off the clock. I know I'm mad and upset right now because we did not put points on the board, but I attribute a lot of that to just the management of being down there, you know, on myself and on us as coaches. So,
Visit us at Flint Hills Mall in Emporia. Certain restrictions apply. See store for details.
Hi, this is Rob from Bunge North America. We take great pride in sourcing soybeans grown from our local farmers and turning them into products used by the most trusted names in the food industry. Bunge has been building relationships with farmers and customers for over 200 years to produce quality oilseeds to make value-added ingredients. We work to understand their needs and develop relationships built on service, quality, satisfaction, and trust. Bunge North America, helping feed the world since 1818.
Black and gold, through and through. Mix 104.9.
27-14, Emporia State with a lead, 4:39 to play in the game. The kick for Emporia State goes out of the end zone, and Central Oklahoma will have the ball 1st and 10 to start this drive at their own 25-yard line. Emporia State scoring drive, 11 plays, 34 yards, a 29-yard field goal good by Clark Schoonover, and Emporia State has the lead by 2 touchdowns, or by 2 scores. Looking to throw on first down. George has time. He's going deep down the field, and he overthrows his intended receiver, who had a step on the coverage. The intended receiver is Dustin Boscus, and he had coverage provided by Kyle Rink, and that pass was just way overthrown, and that got into the jet stream, and I think the jet stream helped that pass out.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of those here in the next 4 minutes.
Makes it 2nd and 10 for the Broncos from their own 25-yard line. 3 wide outs to the left. Setting to up. Pass is going to be broken up. Kyle Rink makes contact with Josh Moore at the same time. The pass got there. Incomplete pass. Well done by Kyle Rink.
We're going to get an interception here.
Substitution for Emporia State. Checking into the lineup on the defensive side, Cole Baird. As the Broncos are facing 3rd and 10 from their own 25-yard line. Twin receivers to the near side, Dustin Boscus along with Josh Moore. Single receiver to the right side, Dawson Huddleston.
So 3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. 25-yard line. Let's get a big play. Let's get pressure somehow. Let's go. There's Parker trying to turn the corner. There's Jace. We get him out of bounds, so now it's going to be 4th down. 4th and 4. So there's 4:13 left on the clock. Looks like they got 3 timeouts left. We got to get a stop here. The game's over right here if we get a stop or we get a big-time play. We force them into a turnover somehow. Interception. I think this is a big, if I remember correctly, this is a big-time play here, and we score a touchdown. No, it's not this one. No.
George working out of the shotgun. And Robertson motion out to the left side, sets up. He throws the ball over the middle. The pass is
Oh, we get an interception. Thought it was a fumble. Again, there he is. All-American, Lawson Holbert, player that just, again, got better. And he got better, listened, and did what was asked of him. And 7th interception. Led the league, All-American. So well deserved, man. That's a huge. So now we got to protect the football right here.
3:47 to play in the game. 27-14, Emporia State with a lead. 1st and 10 for Emporia State from midfield. As Braden Gleason stays in at quarterback. Running back, this is Jordan Birch.
Let's go. We got to protect the football. We run outside zone, pick up 3 yards. We got to get a first down here. I don't think we do, but this is so important for us. This is where, man, a lot of times in the MIAA when you lose games or even you lose those close games, there always comes there's a series, there's a play, there's always something that really affects that outcome.
Emporia State, a lot of bending in this game, but never breaking. They jumped out to a 10.
Good analysis, Greg.
They have never trailed.
That's why you're the legend, man.
Central Oklahoma made it a 10-7 game at the beginning of the 2nd quarter.
And I remember, too, this game, I felt like it was the longest game ever. It's just from a standpoint of, not – I feel like we have control right here, but not totally. You know, like –
a lot of that you could credit the punting game, as Emporia State was able to pin Central Oklahoma deep in their own territory numerous times in that 3rd quarter, and they had to go long distances at any time.
And that was huge. Field position was huge. You know, I mean, the hidden yardage is so huge in a game. Well, I can tell the message was sent at some point about hurrying up out on the field, just how we ran out there.
2nd down and 6 for Emporia State.
Got to stay in bounds. You got to take care of the football.
Running play goes to Birch. Tries to go to the left side. Not much place for him to go. He's going to get tackled for a loss. Back at the 48-yard line.
And Jordan is a great athlete. I think he has a bright future. He's got another year left for us, and we'll come back. He's an Illinois State transfer, and he's big. He's a bigger back. You know, I can tell right there by how he's carrying the football that that's where he's got to get him. We talked to him about that a lot, you know, as far as, you know, high and tight, 5 points of pressure, making sure that, you know, our wrists above our elbow, and we don't want to have, that's what we call flagging it, is when we have the space right here. We do not want to flag the football. That's when balls get popped out. That's when turnovers happen, and, you know. And like I said, Carlos, as we progressed through the season, he got better. He got so much better at that. He was protecting the ball. I mean, third down. They have one timeout left.
I'm just going to ignore the fact that Greg said he had no skills.
He
was comparing Patrick to you, running so about how manage the game.
Handoff goes to Jordan Birch, gets hit.
Yeah. See, like right now, I know I'm upset. Now, we're down. That's a good call. That's the right call. We ran the football. We're going to run. We're going to make the clock run.
They'll have to punt the ball away, as Central Oklahoma, I think, uses their final timeout here.
So we make them burn a timeout, which is what we wanted to do. Now we got to punt and put them in, play the field position battle, make them drive the length of the field. You know. Oh, well, that's exactly right, Greg.
Force them to go the length of the field, and
there's a lot of time. We're only 2 scores down.
Yeah, I know that, Coach McClain. I'm nervous about that. But I feel pretty good because our defense is playing the way they're playing, and they're good on offense. Don't get me wrong, but with their quarterback play, I don't know if they're that like get the ball down the field quickly like a Central Missouri type you know.
Here's the low snap.
Oh, my gosh.
High kick. Fair catch called for and made.
All right, they're on the 17, 18-yard line.
Good job by Ross, the freshman.
Credit the freshman, Ross Brungard from Lawrence.
No question. Ross, freshman, tallest punter I think I've ever had. Ross Brunhart from Lawrence High School. Got big levers, you know, them long legs, man. He's going to be really good. He did a great job in this game, you know, as far as pinning them. And I don't know if our coverage unit did as well as they did, but this is going to be a big play right here. So there it is. G. Stanley got a fumble. This was okay. That's what I was thinking about earlier. It was an interception by Lawson, but big, you know, G. Stanley with the hit on the quarterback. Great job by Trayvon. I'm sure he probably took that ball with him. I need to call him to make sure they call me the balls are to make sure that we don't lose any footballs. That was a great executed blitz. I would think Coach Nardo would say. I know Gary Woods wanted that so bad. And great to see Trayvon keep the play alive to play through the whistle. You know, that's part of our DNA that we talk about, play through the whistle. There's no whistle blown, you know, so now the game is over. And it's a great way to end it. I mean, with the senior getting a turnover, and then, you know, there were a lot, even Lawson Holbert getting an interception. There were some seniors that made plays in this game to make it, you know, it was an important game for us, but really just make it special for them. You know, I mean, and then you start thinking about the future. The last touchdown we did score was a connection between two redshirt freshmen, you know, Braden Gleason, Will Amos. So, and it was a huge kick for us, making that field goal, getting a second opportunity. I know the football gods were smiling on us, but I don't know if they smiled on us at all the time last fall. So it's 34-14. Probably the score's definitely not indicative of how close it was, but hey, you know, we got a W against a very good team, a very athletic team. And as I said, we recruit Oklahoma heavily. And so I know this, you know, Washburn is always going to be our rival, but, you know, I think when you look at some other close rivals, I would think this would be one just based off the players that we have, you know. And, of course, myself being from Oklahoma, my dad actually went to school at UCO. It was Central State back then, but graduated from there. So, yeah, I can't. You don't know I'm from Oklahoma, Don?
In order as well. I feel you.
Now, Emporia State celebrating Senior Day in big fashion. Here's the approach and the kick from Emporia State, and it will be fielded at the 8-yard line. Boscus on the return. Stutter steps past one defender. He's across the 35. He gets to the outside corner. He's looking for some blocking down the field, and finally he gets ushered out of bounds in Emporia State territory. And they'll mark him out of bounds at the Emporia State 45-yard line. So a nice return by Dustin Boscus. And let's see who comes in to quarterback for Central Oklahoma. Will it be Brandon George or will it be a different quarterback?
Number 7.
And that happens to be Will Collins. He's a junior out of Lawton, Oklahoma.
We can't go to sleep here.
No, you can't.
We got 3 minutes on the clock.
From the Emporia State 45-yard line, the Broncos will put the ball in play. Twin receivers left and right for Collins. 3-man front for Emporia State. Collins to throw, being flushed from the pocket. Here comes the pressure. It's deflected. The pass is deflected. Getting a hand on it that time was Cade Harrelson. And the pass was intended for the tight end, Dante McGee. As Cade Harrelson just waited long enough, and then he came on the blitz, so to speak. and was able to get his hands up and deflected the pass. Second and 10 for Central Oklahoma from the Emporia State 45-yard line. Collins with Roberts in the backfield with him, looking to throw, unloads the pass, far flat. Pass is going to be caught by the tight end as he's taken out of bounds. Dante McGee makes the catch, but he's ushered out of bounds at the 38-yard line. They'll continue to keep the clock rolling with 2:41 to go. Central Oklahoma out of timeouts. He's kind of surprised they kept the clock running even though he got out of bounds. But it wasn't an actual attempt to get out of bounds. On third down, 3rd and 3. Looking to throw again, Collins unloads the pass. It's going to be caught for a first down, and this time the tight end gets tossed out of bounds by Roscoe Gatewood, Dante McGee, and we have another injured player holding his ankle is T.J. Roberts, the running back, and boy, Central Oklahoma has had a lot of players beat up this afternoon. Let's go down to the John North Ford sideline and check in with Tegan Trahoon.
Just a few seconds ago, Braden Gleason came walking past, and he went over to Pat Brenningstool asking him, hey, we get the ball back. You won it. And it looks like Brenningstool, helmet in hand, he might be going back out on the field here. We saw what he did on 2 plays in that very first drive of the game, all positive yardage. Be a heck of a way for him to be able to end his time here at Emporia State University, leading his team on the field to a victory. See if Brenningstool will be going out there indeed.
Well, hopefully the Hornets can get the ball back for him. Our sideline updates brought to you by John North Ford, Lincoln, and Nissan. Sales, parts, and service since 1963. And they continue to attend to T.J. Roberts, and he appears to be in some serious pain. That gives us a chance to maybe check some scores. Third quarter score, West Virginia leading Kansas State 14-13. Again, earlier today, Oklahoma State over Kansas 31-13. Iowa State leading Texas 17-7. Later tonight, Oklahoma's at BYU, that in the Big 12. And TCU beat Texas Tech 33-31. In the MIAA this afternoon, these are the finals. Missouri Western over Lincoln 71-8. Washburn over Nebraska Kearney 57-41. Pittsburgh State defeated Missouri Southern 65-6. It was, oh, wow. Fourth quarter score, Fort Hays State 91, Northeastern State 7. And fourth quarter score, Northwest Missouri State leading Central Missouri 38-23. There's 11-10 to play in that contest. Again, here, Emporia State leading 34-13 with 2:22 to play as Roberts is being assisted off the field for Central Oklahoma. In at running back now will be Taj Griffin. They'll send 2 receivers to the left, Dustin Boskus and Josh Moore. 2 receivers to the right side. Will Collins, the quarterback, takes the snap, steps up. The pass is going to be thrown. Throws it out to the halfback. He throws it down the field, and the pass is going to be broken up. Well done. 3 defenders all over the intended receiver, and I believe it might be Jace McDowd who will get credit for the breakup on that play. As they tried a little flare pass out to the right side to the receiver.
Double pass, yeah.
Double pass, and then the receiver threw it down the field, and it's an incomplete pass for Central Oklahoma, bringing up 2nd down and 10. Collins out of the shotgun, takes the snap, play action, sets up. Here comes some pressure. He steps up in the pocket. He's being chased. Angles to the sideline. He'll get out of bounds. There to make sure he does get out of bounds is Montrell Wilson.
You know, on that play before, you can do a double pass, but you have to it's got to be a backwards pass. I think that was a forward pass. So you can't throw 2 forward passes on one play, but they didn't call it.
Third down, minute 50 left. They bring in another quarterback, Will Collins. He was a kid we recruited in high school when he was in high school. But I think he's a really good quarterback. So they got him in the game, changed it up. It's 3rd down. You know, we basically got the game, unless something crazy happens, we got the game wrapped up.
From left to right, and we're going to get a penalty marker and a procedure penalty on in Central Oklahoma.
So they now they're in. And again, sometimes I've been down this road, man. When you're struggling in a game and things aren't going good, it can just like a flood, just keeps happening, you know. So now they're in 3rd and 15, 3rd and 16. I mean, let's just finish out the game. Let's hopefully a senior, which I think a senior comes up with a big-time play here. It's coming up. Parker Bass giving great effort. Tackled by Jace. Keep him in. It's fourth down now. They got to play with tempo. Just play smart, guys. Just back up. Keep everything in front of you.
So this could be the final play of the game for Central Oklahoma.
So, I think right here is big-time play here. Gary Woods is out there on it. Even if the guy was going to catch it, I think he did catch it. Gary would have been there to make the play, but we had that play pretty well scouted. Now it's over. Now, Pat's going to go in. Just happy for those seniors, man. It kind of brings some emotion just watching it right now with those guys. They had been through a lot. And, when you struggle, and those guys did everything they could to keep everybody together, and they've been a part of so many successful teams, postseason playoff teams, and here goes Pat. Pat's going to go in. I know, he could have came back and played the next fall, and Pat was going to graduate. Pat's going to be a great football coach. I'm going to tell you that right now. And I've done what Pat's done before. Pat's definitely a lot better quarterback than I was back in the day. So big game, big win for us. We're getting ready to go into recruiting, and we're getting ready to recruit Oklahoma. So when you think about, I think we played them the last 9 times. We've won 7 maybe. That's a huge win for us. Finish 4-7. I mean, not where we want to be, but nothing better than winning your last game. Again, we got a young group. It's one of those things where we put a great signing class together coming off this, and then we've been through a lot now with adversity that we faced, with not being able to play this fall. But that is true. Greg said, and that was another thing that was special is those seniors that kept everything together. It was so good to see them have an opportunity. They stepped up and made plays when we needed them. And that's how you want your usually your last game, your senior game to be, is those guys are stepping up and making plays, and they're playing. There's been probably in years past, if you're struggling, some of those seniors may not be playing because you might go to a youth movement, and we didn't do that because, again, our seniors they bought in. They stayed bought in and did a good job, I think, just from the seniors they've learned from before in the past that have come before them, and that's what you always want. And I always feel that's what is a big key in having a successful football program, is being able to learn from those upperclassmen that are doing things right and understand your culture. Then it helps those younger guys by the time they're seniors. They know what's expected of them. I just thought that was something that we have here that's special. And it's about the players on our team and who they are. And that was a big win for us. So proud for our seniors, and proud for our staff, man. Our guys, coaches put in a lot of time and effort and putting game plans together, and so that was a big win. This was awesome. This was great. I love doing this. I look forward to doing it next week, Don, and because right now this gets my fix right here. It's my football fix, and hopefully Emporia State football fans, it's their fix as well, and then plus with our players, them being able to our past seniors and our guys here now waiting to play, being able to get their fix. So I'm looking forward to next week. It's a great idea.